I love doing that. The season's about to get started. Who wants some of this? Yeah! Oh my God! Just going down through that schedule is just so intensely exciting. Woo! Man, fam. The Niners have adjusted their roster well after taking some personal hits from last year's exceptional run. People made exits. Coaches said, I got better money coming over here. Can I go? And they did. But after replenishing and filling the gaps, the veteran battle-tested team, known as the 410 assembled to win now. But the question is, will they? Of course they will. You know, fam, tonight, going to the phones after going over the 2023 schedule for your opinion on what to expect regarding the schedule. What do you see coming up? Now I'll go through this really quickly just to give you mine, and we'll go to the phones and give me yours. Now remember tonight, try to make it quick. Don't drag it. Don't drag it, because if you do, we're going to run out of time because it's 17, 18 weeks of football. You probably won't be able to get them all in. But anyway, in March, you saw the Dwight thing, right? In March, Coach Shanahan raised, to the surprise of many of us, suggested Brock Purdy might not be ready for the start of the season. He noted that any time between weeks 1 and 4, that was the biggest possibility. During Wednesday's Dwight Clark Legacy Series, Coach offered a more positive update on Brock's recovery from UCL surgery. And they did say that there's really no way to know exactly when they went into that procedure as to how long it was going to take. But Coach Shanahan said he expects Purdy back by training camp, barring a setback. What? Really? Because I thought he was going to come back maybe, at the end of training camp, he might get in there a little bit, and by week 4 or 5, be ready to go. You can't chase that. It's going to be there. Seems now BP remains in pace to throwing a football in early June. Early June's coming up in 2 or 3 weeks, fam. I mean, how early are we talking here? Coach noted that Purdy has been making throwing motions with a towel already as part of his rehab. That's a good sign he's on track. The June throwing sessions will tell the biggest story on when Brock will be actually healthy and whether he'll be on the field when the Niners kick off the 2023 season. Now, if healthy, they've already said this starting job is his, but Shanahan kept the door open for Trey Lance to go ahead and see if he can close that gap with a good offseason. And by the way, the Niners are heading into training camp. It's just, you guys stick your chest out. I like to talk like this because I know fans like the Hawks and Rams are hanging out in here, so y'all can listen to this as well, because I definitely want you to hear it. The Niners are heading into training camp the same way they concluded the 2022 season regular as the league's top defense. The number 1 post-draft ranking comes from Bleacher Report NFL writer Christopher Knox. Knox took into account various factors, including proven production, overall talent, coaching, complementary players, skill sets, and familiarity, as he compared the defensive units of all 32 clubs, including the Rams and Hogs. That didn't really look so good. The nod at number 1 is a statement to the Niners front office and their belief that a championship team is built around a formidable defense. That's all I said. Come out there, man. You can have all the offense you want to, but if your defense is giving up many points as offense is scoring, you're in a treadmill. It's whoever has the ball last. I don't need that. Beat them up and let us just whoop them. Mr. Shanahan continued and add premier talent this offseason through the signing of multiple defensive free agents, a majority of draft picks being spent on standout college performers. Notable additions include veteran defensive lineman Javon Hargrave in early March and safety Jair Brown, who was selected in the 3rd round. Jair Brown, collected in the 3rd round. I like it. Hargrave had 11 sacks on a unit that didn't have a guy with less than 10. Holy He's from a wrecking crew. And Brown was the only rookie in the NFL's 2023 class to rack up 10 INTs over the last 2 seasons. Yeah. You know what that smell is? That's the smell of victory. Fam, the composition of the schedule is determined by both the league's rotating division system and the Niners' kick-ass top four finish in 2022. This year, the Niners will face opponents from the NFC East and AFC North in cross-divisional play. The final 9 contests of the schedule are made up of the Niners' twice-a-year matchups with NFC West opponents and 3 additional games against other division champions from 2022. Those teams are the Bucs from the NFC South, the Vikings from the NFC North, and the Jags from the AFC South. And again, fam, the good guys will open up the season on the road for a 3rd straight year. I have a theory behind that, and I believe that what the league does is see the 49ers, no matter where they go, they draw a crowd. That's just not, I'm just saying, this is not through red and gold glasses. This is like every time you go and you see us at a place, they show the density of the red and gold in the stands, out in the lobbies, and every place else. See, there's other teams that can't do that, and you know who I'm talking about. We're on our way to Pittsburgh in week 1, though, fam. The following week, our guys travel to L.A. for a comfortable win that may as well be a bye week for the first divisional game of 2023. And the following Sunday, week 3, back to Levi Stadium for the Niners home opener versus Giants on Thursday Night Football. And that matchup was one of the Niners' 5 primetime games during the regular season. The other 4 include one contest on Sunday Night Football versus them boys. We get them in that. I wish I think we play them at home. Damn it. Another on Monday Night Football, Week 7 versus the Vikings. And one on Monday Night Football, the Ravens. And a holiday game, Week 12. We don't have to put up with just having Detroit to look at this year. We can look at us. The Hawks on Thanksgiving Day. Fam, let's call it right now. Week 1, Sunday, September 10th in Pittsburgh. San Francisco's 12-10 all time against the Steelers. The Niners last played Pittsburgh at home during the 2019 campaign and are set to make their appearance at a crucial stadium formerly known as Heinz Field, September of the 2015 season. I say the 49ers are going to win that game. I don't think Pittsburgh's through putting the pieces together yet. And the 49ers, whoever they play in the first 2 or 3 weeks is in trouble. Sorry, Steelers, you're going down. Give the 49ers 1-0, Week 2, Sunday, September 17th, at Levi Stadium, the pathetic Rams. Niners are riding an 8-game regular season win streak over the Rams heading into their Week 2 matchup. The San Francisco leads the series 77-68-3 and is 1-1 in postseason. Regardless of what Rudy and company tells you on Twitter, they have beaten us 1 time in postseason. Yeah, every time we play the 49ers, the regular season don't mean nothing, but we get in the big game, we win. Shit. 1-1. And the reason why we haven't beaten them any more than that is because they never show up in postseason. Against LA, contrary to what they're saying, we're going to win that plus. I'm telling you right now, we got 2 games under our belt already. Week 3, Thursday, September 21st. The Giants, it's a 5:15 showdown, prime time. The last time the Niners defeated the Giants at Levi Stadium was in November of 2017. The series between San Francisco and New York is tied at 21 all, including regular and playoff games. But the 49ers will pull this off. 3 wins. The Giants, they're still forming themselves. They're not ready yet. Not ready for, they're going to play, but they're not ready for prime time. Week 4 versus the Cardinals, not much to talk about here. Niners looking to extend a 2-game win streak over the Cardinals in 2023, and they will. 4 games. I mean, about the Niners and Cardinals last met 22-2 regular season finale. That was 38-13 win for the Red and Gold. I'm not sure, but the Niners scored over 80 points last year versus Arizona. 38. You know why? We scored in Mexico, that was 45, wasn't it? Something to 40 plus? And then 30, that's 80 points against the Cardinals. Week 5, Sunday, prime time. Them boys. Oh, my God. That will be a rematch of the Niners NFC divisional round game of last season with the 19-12 win over Dallas. The Niners again threw them boys out into the street. Get out of the way. We're coming through. A second NFC championship game appearance was the result of that. Big at 5-0, fam. 5-0. 5-0. Where have I heard that? Oh, that's McGarrett on Hawaii 5-0. Whatever time the thugs see the cops coming. 5-0, 5-0. The Week 5 matchup is the third straight meeting between the Niners and Cowboys over the last 3 seasons. The series between the Niners and them boys is tied at 19-1, including regular season playoff contests. Tie-breaking time, boys. You're losing. Bring some of the fans with your Cowboys. Put them in the stands so we can look at them crying up there. I love that. Week 6 at Cleveland. Niners will play the Browns in the Midwest for the first time in 8 years and look to take their first victory in Cleveland's territory since 1984. Oh, my God. The Browns are one of 12 teams with a change in starting quarterback position for Week 1 of the 2022 season. Jacoby Brissett, as you know, has left and went to the Commanders. Here's my question. Is he ready? Because Deshaun was not ready last year. I suspect he'll be ready this year, fam. I don't like this game. I really don't. Because the 49ers will have won already. Yeah. After winning 5, going to play Cleveland, because there's a lot of travel for the 49ers this year, going to the East, and Watson could be ready. If he is ready, the Browns' defense is tough. That's going to be a close game and probably decided in the fourth quarter. I give the Browns. I might have to give them the nod on that one, fam. I don't like this one. Week 7, Monday night primetime at Vikings. Vikings are one of 6 NFC playoff teams the Niners will face during the 2023 season. Last regular season battle dates back to Week 12 of 2021, fam. Plus, we're winning that game. Week 8 versus Cincinnati Bengals at home. This one is one of the Super Bowl rematches slated for the 2023 season. San Francisco and Cincinnati clashed the Super Bowl in 1981 and 88. Both resulted in Cincinnati saying, oh, my God, no. San Francisco owns a series record of 13-4 over the Bengals. Give it a 7. We got 7 wins, fam, versus 1 loss. Week 9 is a bye week. No, not the Rams, a bye week. Well, I know it's one and the same. Week 10, 12. The 12. Jacksonville Jaguars. Niners last played in Jacksonville during the 2021 season, resulting in a 30-10 win. San Francisco has played the Jaguars 6 times and leads the overall series 4-2. Family, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. Trevor Lawrence grew last year, as did his team. They're going to be tough in Jacksonville. Yeah. Because it's all this travel I'm worried about. If they came to Santa Clara, I think I would go toward the 49ers, but I'm worried about this one. Okay. 2 losses. Week 11, Sunday matinee versus Tampa. Remember the 2 teams that met in Week 14 of the 2022 season? For Brock Purdy's first career start. I was so scared. Resulted in a 35-7 victory for the new kid on the block, Go Brock. No Brady, Bucks no chance. Baker Mayfield, please. 8-2, fam. The Niners have outpaced the Buccaneers 19-7 in the all-time series. It's not a game. It's just going to be pure fun. Week 12, Thursday night at the Hawks. And we're on Thanksgiving Day. Yes, 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 yes. The Niners' last Thanksgiving game was played at home versus the Hawks during that 2014 season. Remember Richard Sherman? And, boy, Rusty Wilson out there on the logo eating turkey. I kind of wish it was in Hawkfield so we could go out and eat some turkey on their field. As you know, the Niners swept Seattle in 2022 into the Hawks' playoff run and NFC wildcard game. They'll be competitive, fam, but I still feel not yet dangerous, not yet ready quite yet. Now, another couple of years they might be, but right now this is going to be a win for the 49ers. Count it, 9. Week 13, Sunday, December 3rd at Eagles. Oh! It's going to be a matinee game, people. No way. Somebody's going to get flexed. Yeah, I'm calling it right now. Somebody's going to get flexed. That game is too serious to be, especially if both teams are coming down the pike and looking good. Oh, the network's supposed to flex out in a heartbeat. This matchup was a rematch of the 22 NFC Championship game in which the Niners fell short 31-7 due to a freak accident that basically was game over for the Niners immediately after that happened. Niners will be bringing D lineman Javon Hargrave, and you know the Eagles weren't trying to hear this upon Hargrave's exit. This will be the first contest played against his former team since signing on with the Niners in free agency. Hell yeah, it's going to be win 10. I'm telling you right now. And besides that, every team does this. You play in the Super Bowl, you lose or win. It's going to be tough the next season. They lost. They're dead meat. Oh, man, yeah. Week 14, Sunday, December 10th, Mohawks for an afternoon matinee at home. The Niners are looking to repeat a regular season sweep of the Emerald City Club, no doubt. Yeah, 11. It's going to be another sweep. Week 15, Sunday, December 17th at AZ. San Francisco owns the all-time record over the Cardinals, 34-29. After this game, it will be 35-29 plus. That one more time, Hawks, you're going down. 49ers will have 12 games. And keep in mind, though, the last time the Niners picked up the W in Glendale was in Week 16 of the 2020 season. It's just one of those stats to keep in mind. Don't worry about it. The Niners aren't going to lose to the Cardinals. Week 16, Monday, December 25th, Xmas. Oh, my God, it's a Christmas Day treat. We get treated on Thanksgiving and Christmas? Oh, my God. I don't know if I can handle all this fun. At home versus the Ravens, that's what's not fun. The 49ers are making a return to the NFL on Christmas Day for the first time since 1993. And what do we get for a present? We get the Ravens. I could have been the Rams. I guess you probably would have said, well, we're not going to, Rams aren't ready to beat anybody. Let's give this, you know what, the 49ers, let's give the Ravens to the 49ers and see how that works out. At least people will be having fun watching that. As I was sitting on the edge of this chair screaming. Well, last time these two teams met was in Week 13 of 2019 and resulted in one of the just 3 regular season losses by the 49ers on the way to the Super Bowl 54 appearance. I like this one at home this time, though. I really do. The Ravens have been stacking up, though, and Jamar just got paid. So I'm going by that. Jamar just got paid. Now, there's something very strange that happens to players when they do get their bag. Their intensity seems to lighten up just a bit. I anticipate that's going to be the case this year. You know, if this was year after next, I'd probably say, man, you know, I don't want nothing to do with Lamar, man. Niners, don't get excited about this, man. This is going to be we're winning this game. Week 17, Sunday, December 31st, in Washington Commanders. Oh, Washington. San Francisco owns the overall record over the Commanders, leading the series 19-11-1. That will expand to 20-11-1. It's too late in the season, and the Niners will smell blood going into the playoffs with 14 games. Week 18, January 8th versus Rams. You know they put down for that game, right? Well, I had to laugh. Time, date, network, TBTD. Niners will close out the 2023 regular season in the same way they did in 2021 against LA. San Francisco has not lost a game at home against the Rams since Week 7, way back in 2018. Plus, you know, 15 and 2. Now this now is predicated on the fact that we cannot have all them overwhelming injuries we love to have. Okay. Now I don't know if we're going to have a season where we finally get over that hump, but if the 49ers stay healthy, they've got no business losing potentially more than 2. They really don't. There's nothing on the schedule that's overwhelmingly tougher than 49ers. We got the best defense in the league, an offense that is probably right now going to surprise even us. Because the fact of the matter is, now you've got that catalyst that you haven't had down through the years, that it can ignite a complete atomic explosion. When you got Christian McCaffrey, there's your spark right there. That is the distributor cap. Well, the quarterback is the distributor cap, but this is the one that sets the charge off. Ayuk, looking for the bag next year. Debo's got to get ready. He knows he's got to compete with Ayuk. We're not even using Juice enough. I got a feeling he gets out of the equation. I got Jawan Jennings. I know there's some guys coming into camp that may take some jobs. I don't think so. I really don't. I think that same unit comes back. I hope Ronnie Bell gets involved. We're going to see. God. 15 and 2 for me, fam. What you got? Let's go check out with Chill Pill Phil. Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil.
So how many games did you say we were going to lose?
Two.
Two?
Yeah, I guess you got two.
Yeah, probably two. But I think that Jaguar game that you
Concerned about?
said we may lose, well, that
Yeah.
comes after a bye.
Oh, and you know how we are notoriously weird after a bye week?
Yeah, I know that. But, at least it helps on the travel,
Oh,
um, having a
yes.
bye week before.
Yes, that's right. That does negate that. I forgot. Good
So,
call.
I think we could beat the Jags. But, Philly's going to be the only game that we're underdog,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the reason Philly is not on the primetime circuit is because Fox put a block on that game, and they're playing it. It's a 1:25 West Coast time start,
Mm-hmm.
um, so it's basically a 3:30 start for the East
Yeah.
Coast. So
Yeah.
they are going to make it a kind of a primetime game.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not a little
They're
later,
not going to
though.
put any competition
I
against
forgot
it.
about what they're thinking about when they think about the East Coast. Huh. Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that Philly game, Fox wanted it so bad. They have the right to block one game,
I didn't even know that was
and
part of it.
that was the game they picked.
I didn't know that was
So
even possible. These networks, huh?
so it will not get flexed.
Oh, damn
So
it. All
no,
right.
I mean 1:30 start is fine. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's late enough.
as
It'll be
long as
pretty
it's
late when
not
they
a
finish.
10
It'll be dark
o'clock
when they
start.
finish in the East Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the other thing, we have every holiday.
I
We're playing
know.
on every holiday. We play on Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve.
Right? Because that is going to be is that a playoff game on New Year's Eve?
No, that's Commanders.
Oh, that's right.
At Commanders.
That's right, that's right. January
It's New Year's Eve.
well, December 31st. What am I looking at? I'm thinking January. December 31st, yes. January 1st. Yeah.
So we have all the holidays covered.
Isn't that wonderful?
The other thing I want the Niners to do is start to eat that Thanksgiving turkey in the middle of Seahawks Stadium, like they did to us that one year.
Phil, isn't that
Get
game
some revenge there.
are we playing that at home?
No, it's at Seattle.
Okay.
We go at Seattle, then at Philly, and then Seahawks here. And basically, the two stretches that we have, a tough, relatively tough schedule is when we play Dallas, Cleveland, at Minnesota, and then the Bengals. And then the other
Yeah.
stretch would be Seattle, Philly, and then Seattle again.
It's as
So-
if they fixed it so we couldn't do our thing where we spend the night. The 49ers, I understand the 49ers, well, it's too late now, though. The 49ers were trying to lobby to get those East Coast games put together, and I guess it didn't work. So they're going to have us jumping from
they
east
don't
to
have
west. Damn
anything
it.
other than maybe Cleveland, Minnesota, but Minnesota's on a Monday night, so I doubt they spend time, on staying over there.
They can't. It's a waste
And,
of.
Yeah, I am worried about that Cleveland game. I think it's a trap game for
Yeah,
sure.
I really do.
But other than that, I ain't worried about any of this stuff,
Yeah, like you said, we'll be favored pretty much every week.
except for Philly,
Except for
because
Philly.
it's at Philly.
Yeah.
But,
That's-
I did a little comparison of schedules, and Philly has a much tougher schedule than we do. Much tougher. First of all, their division is stronger because they got Dallas and New York and
I forgot about New York. They're a player now in that division, aren't they? They're a major player.
yeah.
You're right.
So,
Just checking back.
we
Because
play that
at
division, but
Hawks.
they
That's
have to
right.
play them twice. And we've got our division, which is relatively weak because we've got Arizona and the Rams,
Yep.
who are
Fledgling.
trash.
Yeah. You put guys in asbestos suits out there. That dumpster fire is going to be so hot in L.A.
And the other good thing is where we play the Ravens is in December. Now, Lamar Jackson hasn't played a December game in 3 years.
Oh, that's right. Will Lamar be standing up in
Healthy by
December?
that time. Because of all the running he does, he's usually out by December. So, and that's a late December game. So, anyway.
The ownership's going to be really pissed off this year if he does not play in December, though. I tell you that right now. Because, things are coming up roses, Phil. We got to stay healthy, too.
And it was good to hear Kyle at the event the other
Dwight
night.
Clark? Yeah.
I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Talking about Brock. I think he's changed his tune about he's going to be ready by game 1.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, constantly think of the worst scenario and hope for the best. And I guess this is the best. He's how old is Brock? 22?
He was high-fiving at the Giants Stadium at the baseball game. He's taking shock there, and he's not having any pain whatsoever. You got to think he's going to be, healthy by the time the season starts. Yeah. Then the other comment that I caught up on is Kyle said that Trey had a broken finger early last year and couldn't squeeze the ball, and that's why he kind of ran him during the season,
but he did that the year before last, too.
Yeah,
he broke
a
finger
healed.
Again? Oh, it never healed.
It never healed right, so he couldn't squeeze the ball.
Ah, poor Trey.
So that's why he had him running instead of throwing. So, there's stories always behind the scenes that we don't know about. And
I know. And assumptions are
made.
He
said, Trey's in the best place that he's ever been at the beginning of the season. So,
yeah, Kyle even talked about how he likes his footwork, and he never said anything like that before about Trey. So.
Yeah. I think we got 3 quarterbacks we can win with.
Yeah.
And so if one goes down, we got backup.
Yeah.
You're
right. There's
say
no
that
Nick
about
Mullins, C.J. Beathard situation now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If Mahomes goes down, where's Kansas City?
Dead meat.
Exactly.
Phil, we got to go. We're going to see how many we can get in here tonight.
Ronbo.
I'll see you. You know what? That's going to happen between now. The rookies getting. I'm sorry. Say again.
Other than the games on holidays, it's kind of tough when you go to the games to go Christmas night. But well, you got to deal with it.
It only happens every now and then, Phil. You got to do it.
It looks like we'll be at least 2-0 before we have our home opener, because we got the Rams at SoFi, which is our home field,
and Steelers
and Pittsburgh. So.
Yeah. So
all right, Ronbo.
Phil, pleasure. We'll see it Sunday, because nothing's going to happen between now and tomorrow. I don't think a little rookie's going to check in.
I'm ready to start now.
I know, right?
I can't wait.
You and me both. All right, Phil. Have a great night.
All right, Ronbo.
Appreciate your fam.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Yo, Anderson.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Anderson, just looking at this schedule and seeing all the ass whoopings we're about to hand out.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Ronbo, I wanted to say, you remember last night when I said our Super Bowl might be a rematch between us and the Ravens?
Yeah.
Bucket Brooks said the same thing this morning on NFL, on Good Morning Football. I say, see, all right, watch. And we gonna kick their ass. But like you say about Lamar Jackson, he ain't been right ever since. So he ain't gonna last through the season like y'all was saying. And the schedule, man, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't even worried about the Eagles.
And Casey says it's a Niner Ravens Super Bowl too.
All right, and Casey's a betting man, so he knows. Thanks, Case.
Oh, already. We're gonna hurt them people, but go ahead, my man.
No, I said, I really people don't understand. You go to the Super Bowl, the next year you come back, you don't look quite the same for a number of reasons. The Eagles aren't going to be an exception. They're not the Patriots.
Nick Sirianni ain't all that good. He can't do that twice.
You're right. I don't believe it.
team built probably good, but they not. Everybody got to go through us. And the Bengals, I ain't worried about the Bengals. I ain't worried about the Bengals. We should beat them.
The thing about the Eagles, the Bengals, I don't know what to expect. I had mixed feelings about because they can look strangely weak, and all of a sudden they just look unbeatable. So I don't know what to expect from them, but I do think the 49ers can beat them just for the reason our defense is too much. And they're not going to be able to get their thing off on us. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of scary.
I think, and then that dude from Atlanta we signed, that dude that defense tackle Marlon. I can't think of his name.
Oh yeah.
Chris. Yeah,
I know you're talking
about. Chris Casori go get him back right. So our defense ought to be number one.
Because you remember that pickoff he did? I don't know who they were playing. I didn't know who that was. He is a lineman. He picked off a pass for an INT and was running down the sidelines like at worst a tight end. And then somebody told me, no, that dude goes about 280. That's a lineman. What? Really? Damn. So Tony told me about that. A lineman at 280, 6'4", jamming down the sidelines. I said, we'll take him.
Yeah, we're gonna be beasting. We're gonna be beasting. But yeah, it's this guy. I'm not worried about the skills. The only thing I just hope we can, like we're saying with all the traveling, I just hope we can. Our defense travel. After we play better on the road anyway. I keep getting that. We play better on the road.
Isn't that strange? But it's true.
It's just their first game last season. Other than that, we dominate on the road.
And they start us off on the road every year as if to say, go ahead, 49ers, take it two. Even if they put us on the East Coast the first two games, we usually win it. Have won it every time. Did we finally lose one of the East Coast games last year? I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think, nah.
Yeah, those first two games, the 49ers are just, they're all pumped up. They ain't losing. And the second game against the Rams, come on, man. That's not good. That's too old.
On the games, I say we might. We got to go back to Chicago. We got the Bears at home.
You know what? There's no Chicago. There's no Chicago schedule this year. No.
All right. Okay. But Pittsburgh, they just walk in the park. Like you said,
they're still building.
The Sea Chickens. They're probably the only little competition, but we should be able to smash them.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's always going to compete,
Yeah. And the Cardinals, I ain't worried about them.
Nobody is.
Cowboys, I ain't worried about them.
You know what though, Anderson, the Cowboys are going to come in all full of piss and vinegar. They are going to fight. They are going to fight their ass off. They are. So,
but
it's going to be a fourth quarter game.
Yeah, I feel Purdy. He was doing his thing, but in that game, I don't think they really was clicking right at first. Because matter of fact, the game came on last night, and I was like, damn. Now, why the fuck you just need 2 yards, Kyle Shanahan? Why you don't run? Why the fuck you didn't run the ball? That's 2 yards on our side. We would have got that. That's what I'm talking about, man. We could have put way more points up on the people than we did. Kyle Shanahan just scared to take risks.
Kyle also he knows Brock. We don't know him enough now to know what he should be doing and what he should be doing. He'll know next year. But I just hope Brock gets some training camp in so they can go over some things. When Brock came in last year, he might as well have been you and me. But Kyle don't know jack diddly squat about him. And he just put him out there because that's your practice squad guy, right? But and like Kyle said in that Dwight Clark thing, what you guys saw during the season, we saw every day. Well, yeah, but Kyle wasn't on that side of the field. He was coaching his guys. I said, you know what? This is going to be funny. So this year, let's see.
Man, I think Trey going to come through.
Maybe. We can't count him out. I didn't know he had a hurt finger. Trey's got to avoid getting hurt this year somehow. He's got to stay in one piece. fingers, feet, they got to stay ready. I didn't know he had a hurt finger. You just heard from Phil. Kyle revealed that he had a hurt finger last year and he couldn't grip the ball. Or that the same finger didn't heal up.
Oh, well, hopefully he gripping the ball better this season. You know, like I seen some on YouTube say something about Kyle Shanahan seems like he pleased with Kyle or with Trey or something. But I tried, it didn't really say nothing, so I was like, oh man, I ain't talking about that. So, but yeah, we gonna do the damn thing. And his secondary is gonna be just, man, we should have a big secondary, and man, whole defense top to bottom gonna be number one. So, you say, oh boy, only had the most picks last year in college. Well, let's get the most this year in their pros.
And you added Hargrave, where Javon Kinlaw was a liability. Now you add a monster, and if Javon can play, he could give Hargrave some rest. But Lord have mercy for a team that tries to run on this team. If the quarterback takes more than 2.5 seconds, get the body bag out, he's gonna have to be put in it. This is gonna be an interesting defense this year.
He got to deal with them ends. They coming. It's gonna be more than Bosa's. You got to worry about.
Oh, and Bosa's got interior help to keep some pressure off of him. Oh my God! Yep. Woo!
Then we got hopefully Jackson become a beast too on the other side. Because I know Robert Bill Jr. gonna do his thing.
Ooh, I forgot about
Jackson got to step it up.
Fam, we gotta go. We're gonna try to see if we can get tonight. Anderson, appreciate you know this. I'm gonna see you. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
Oh, for sure. Empire, shout out. Shout out to production. Shout out to you, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam.
Peace, man.
Peace, Anderson. Night, fam. Hey, yo, E.
What's going on, Ronbo?
He's sitting up here counting up these wins, counting them up. Looking forward to another playoff run of which we will get to the NFCCG again, like we always do. But this time, we ain't coming up short, fam. We are not coming up short. No. Could be no freak accidents. Kowalski ain't out there to drop the ball. Ain't nothing going wrong this time.
You know who I was looking for?
What's that?
I think we need to get Josh Johnson back.
Why was I drinking something when you said that? Josh. So Josh was seen out in front of the stadium panhandling, asking for money. God. Josh.
That was terrible.
It was.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, if I was like the backup, just saying that the other two, if I was a fourth string backup, the other two quarterbacks went down, and I'm like, next.
My chance.
Like, well, maybe I might get in.
Yes, my chance.
And you practice. Yeah, and you do things.
Yes.
And now you get out and do that.
You watch NBA. You watch those guys that the starter got taken out of the game, and now they got to come in and replace them. That you look at, and the best example is you look at the Phoenix Suns with that dude that took out what's his name because he got hurt. He's got a 30-something point average a game. You see, that's what I'm talking about. When you get your chance, go for it.
Go for it. Why are you on the team? Why is you on the team, bro? Like, do something.
Show everybody you've been mistreated and misjudged. Make it happen.
Yeah, show them that's why you on a team. Show them this is what you about, and make it known. I mean, it is what it is.
It was awful.
I was just playing with
and Debo said the same thing. If we had a quarterback, we still would have won that game. Josh is talking about you. God.
I did something in Madden one day. Like, they did that when that happened. That was a couple of months ago. And I put Debo at quarterback, but I put Debo at running back.
Okay.
What was it? And he fumbled twice. I had to put him at quarterback and put CNC back at running back.
Yeah.
And that worked better.
Yeah.
But we won the game by 3 points. Went Wildcat.
Yeah, because And they weren't planning. You know what? Had they planned for something like that, they may have been able to pull something off like that, actually, when you think about it.
I don't think that mic was working in the helmet. They tried CNC helmet. I don't think that mic was working or something.
Really?
Because I wish they would do it. Why would you put Brock in there as a quarterback and he can't throw the ball?
You're right. You'd be right. They didn't say anything about that because it probably would have been too embarrassing that I've heard of, but you're probably right.
Well, what? Now you talking about Trey Lance got a finger injury for the whole year. Man, I don't want to hear all that, man. His finger wasn't hurting that bad.
Yeah, I know.
Shut up. Shut up.
The same finger? No.
Yeah. It was sprained maybe, but they ain't going to say, well, we made a run with the bad finger instead of throw with the bad finger. Shut up.
Trey's got to stay healthy this year. No feet, no fingers. Everything's right. He's got to be staying right. Because
I don't think he's going to be, though. I think he's going to get a chance.
Yeah, because otherwise, it's going to end up being 3 full years, and he hadn't got a chance to even get his feet wet. That's too long, and he will become expendable at that point because now he's gotten past his rookie contract and hadn't done anything. That's too long.
Yeah, and that 5th-year option and all that, they ain't going for that.
Yeah.
3 years injured, 4 years injured probably.
Be like Chase Young over with the Commanders. Chase Young is a damn good football player. And the Commanders said, we ain't picking up that 5th-year option, though. What? Really? We'll take him.
Really?
Yeah, the Commanders aren't picking it up. How?
I wonder how much money he taking, though.
I don't know.
How much money he want.
I need to know how bad is that leg.
He's a game changer.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, how bad is that leg? Somebody said the damage is permanent, the way they're talking. Oh. There's something that got hurt.
Oh, yeah. See,
if there's nerve damage, it's going to be. Yeah.
But Chase Young's a beast. I like our DT, though. I like our 2 DTs. I hope our rookie do a little better.
Last year's rookie? Drake?
Yeah. Or Jackson and the one in the middle. The big boy in the middle. I got to.
Javon. Javon. Yeah. I've been praying for Javon. Man. I'm telling you right now. I don't even pray. But I'm praying for Javon. Because Javon, come on, man. Man, you had it. You worked hard as you could. You came through a situation in life which is really difficult. You finally made it to this point, and now your leg won't work? Oh, man.
Get that right.
God. So I'm hoping for him.
Oh.
He can't be at Hargrave, though, no matter what. He's going to have to play a backup.
I didn't know we got rid of Mosley. But I didn't know he went to
no, Mosley
Detroit
got rid of
somewhere.
Yeah, Mosley got rid of Mosley. He said, "We're not going to come jive me with some $3 million contract." The Lions said they'll give me 6+. I'll take that.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. See,
you know that?
I knew something happened. I said Mosley gone, and that's going to be a problem a little bit because that's question marks. What we going with Lenore?
Well,
Thomas ain't stepped up like that, did he?
Lenore's he's going to be challenged. I don't know if anybody can beat him out, but he is going to be challenged. I tell you what, the Lions are going to make the playoffs. I don't know what round we're going to see.
Where's the boy at? Where he on Ian Sharp? Who's the Lion fan?
Oh, that's now his name slips me. He's been with us for years. Anyway, yeah, he's not. You know what? He's humbled up. Don Burr. Don has humbled. He's not as noisy now that he actually has a team.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to play him last year. I really didn't. They look scary now. I take them to win that division.
Yeah, what is Kyler Murray going to do?
I don't know.
They don't think Arizona going to be good, so is he going to have a bad season?
Kyler, is he ready to play yet? That ACL, maybe he's ready to play. I don't know. He's not going to be. Okay, his game is usually the best part of his game is his ability to escape and run off. Now, if that knee does not allow him to escape, he can't run off with a bad leg. He can throw the ball now. I'm just saying. But Kyler Murray is like the Forrest Bucks, like trying to chase a little squirrel back there.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to last for some reason now. I'm looking at it like, if they have a bad season, he can trade it or something.
He's gonna get released then because he gets paid too much money.
Yeah,
They can't
I mean,
trade him.
don't look good.
Kyler's with them for the duration of this contract.
Mm-hmm.
It's a marriage. It's sickness and health. Hey, we gotta go, fam. Let me see. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
Word, be good. Glad to hear from you again. Respect to all those subscribers. Like, subscribe,
Thanks,
comment, do what y'all got to do.
Hey, thanks, fam. Appreciate that. Appreciate you.
You good, Ronbo.
Night, fam.
Night.
Hey, yo, Casey.
Yo, my man just said night.
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed that. You know that used to be my mom when she wanted me to go to bed. Night. Mama, can't you stay?
Ronbo,
No,
man.
I said
How are
night.
you,
Go to
boy?
bed. Yo.
What took you so long, man? You were bringing them cows in. I wasn't sure if you were gonna have a show tonight, and then
No, I was bringing the cows in. I had to get the chickens. You know how they are. They don't like to come into the coop. But yeah, you know.
Hey, Ronbo, what do you think of this schedule, man?
I love it. You know,
I love it too.
There's a couple of good games that we have to, but you know, for the most part, Casey, there's no reason to get worried on this schedule this year, except for maybe 2 or 3 times.
Well, you know, Rumble, I really like the bye week placement. I really like that they play the Raiders first week of preseason. Just get that out of the way. The whole Jimmy G, you know, all the
preseason doesn't
commentary.
That's
you know, we're going to be listening to damn Tim Ryan talk about, you know, Jimmy G and stuff. Let's get that out of the way. And then the Niners home opener week 2 versus the Rams. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And man. You know, they play it SoFi Rumble.
Wait, Casey, let me ask you this question. Whose house is this?
It's not the Rams, I'll tell you that. It's occupied by 3 teams, the Chargers and the 49ers and the Rams.
And the Raiders. You know, the Raiders come there, it's the same thing. You know, the Raiders used to live there.
Maybe the Cowboys, too. The Cowboys, yeah, Rumble, the Rams have a tough, you know, I looked at the Rams schedule. They've got a tough schedule, man. They start their first 4 games on the roads, you know.
I didn't look at their schedule. What does it look like?
And then they play the Seahawks in Seattle, and then they play the 49ers, you know, at Levi's South, and then they play the Bengals in Cincinnati, and then they play the Colts, and then they play the Colts in Indianapolis, and then they host the Eagles. So I mean, and then they got to go to Dallas. They got to go to Baltimore. I mean, their schedule is brutal, man. You know, if you look at the comments on the Rams Instagram, it's fun, man, because their fans are like, wow, this is a tough schedule, you know. So, and I tried to check up on the Seahawks, but I have the Seahawks blocked on Instagram, and I mean, you know, really the Cardinals never make a peep. So as far as I can see, the 49ers win the NFC West this year.
You know what you just gave me though? You gave me enough. I bet I see 0-6 for those first few weeks for the Rams. They're not going to beat any of those teams.
No, yeah, I'm thinking 0-16, and then they get that week 17, they're 1-16 is what I'm thinking.
God, and next year they would be picking high in the draft order, but they don't have any first round pick. Oh, whoever they traded to is just the line.
It's great to be a 49er fan. Yeah, you know, Robert, I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, not them silly Rams. I had to tell people
really like
on Twitter
schedule,
I'm going to
man.
quit because the season's getting started. Because, man, they make me so mad. I can't leave them alone. I'm sorry, I'm saying the dumbest stuff.
It's all good, Ronbo. You know, all their jerseys and their hats, they still got the tags on it. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of brand new fans. You know, a few more years from now, they're going to be tired of losing.
They'll still be talking about, well, we beat you guys in NFCCG.
Yeah.
You guys always
That was
beat
so
us
funny last
during
year,
the
Ronbo.
regular season, but we win the games that count. You've won one friggin' game.
Yeah, you know, Rumbo, you go to the gym and then you see Darren and you go, I didn't know you were an Eagle fan. Darren, yeah, I've been an Eagle fan my whole life. Oh, okay, well, see you in the NFC Championship next week. I didn't know that you like the Eagles, but, you know, all these people rocking the Sixers jerseys and
You just keep
I didn't know
buying
you were a
switching
Suns
jerseys.
fan.
There's nothing, how much does a bandwagoner spend on paraphernalia? That's just ridiculous. You know, what kind of? That's just weird. You take your lumps with your
You know,
team.
Rob,
You're a part of it, then be a part of it.
I looked at the schedule last year, and I said the second half is going to really favor them. And what happened? They went on a 12-game win streak. And I think the first half of this schedule, I don't like the first 2 games. I don't like playing in Pittsburgh. That doesn't make any sense to me. And then playing in Levi South. I mean, they're going to have to go September
Bounce
21st
East
until
Coast
they
to
get
West
back to Santa
Coast.
Clara. Yeah. And then
They did that to us a few times, Casey. We can't spend the weekend
Yeah.
or a couple of days in any particular area because we're going to go through 36 time zones this year.
Yeah.
And that's
Point
what-
is, the Rams will be lucky if they win a game in September.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're looking at their schedule, God,
Yeah.
comedy team.
Yeah, I think the Niners are. I really need to look at the Seahawks schedule. Actually, I don't, but I mean, I think the Niners are set up good. You know, they still got Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Kittle, Bosa, Fred Warner, Eric Armstead. You know, the Rams don't even have a Ronbo Sports. I mean, I don't know who's on the Rams roster right now. But
And you know the thing is, Casey, because
last time I checked, they had Baker Mayfield.
it's been a while since you checked.
I'm
The thing is-
sorry to interrupt you, bud. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying because Stafford's gonna come out there and he doesn't have nearly the protection he had even last year, and he got dropped to the dirt so many times. And people say, Stafford's saying I throw all my INTs. Let me see you not throwing INT with no protection. Oh, Matt, was that the issue?
Well, and then didn't they trade that? There was someone, I think, marketing Slow called in and said that they had this wide receiver that they hadn't used before, but didn't they trade that guy just now?
I know who you're talking about, but
Anyway.
he left. He's part of the dead cap. Do you know the Rams have $72 million in dead cap to pay? Because they got rid of all them players. So this whole debacle that they ran trying to sign every mercenary
At
that
least
was
they don't-
available, it's backfiring now.
I guess
Big
at least
Allen
they don't.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Robinson.
I knew it started with an R.
Yeah.
But you know, at least they don't have nine digits on their IR. And shoot, man. You know, we just got to stay healthy, man.
No.
As long as the Niners stay healthy,
Oh,
you know, they got a good shot. So.
it's such every year. Just stay off the IR for a minute, for 1 year, guys.
Yeah. Hi, Rumbo.
All right,
Thanks
Casey.
for the Thursday night show.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure tapping in. Shout out to Ellis raising a family. Shout out to Chill, Bill, and shout out to Brunskill and Jeff Garcia and Jeff Olbert, my guys.
Case, I don't know
I
what
was
this
born
show
in
be like
91.
without you.
Hi, Rumbo.
Yeah,
Have a good
listen,
night, man.
I just wish you good best of luck in your next parlay. All right. Like Case. And Barack Obama says Big Show's hates Jesus. And hashtag Ronbo can't cook. I can cook. I mean, it's edible. And yeah, we just did that. Oh yeah. And Brock also says, Big Show hates Jesus. Rams tanking for Caleb Williams. Case, they'd have to trade up to get Caleb. They don't have a first round pick. Hey, Mark. This is Mark.
Who's up?
Mark?
Hello?
Yeah, hey, come on in, Mark.
Who's up, Ronbo?
Mike, man, we're looking at the schedule and laughing. I don't know, we're laughing now, but if we get a series of injuries, we won't be laughing. But right now, that schedule looks like a cakewalk.
Yeah. I like how they got us playing on Thanksgiving. Debo can get a little bit of exercise before he goes.
Before he
goes
starts
in,
eating.
Yeah.
And he knows he can't be eating before Debo. And Christmas too. He can't chow down for Christmas either.
Yeah, they called me and requested that. They requested that they play on the holiday.
Well, good on him, Debo. Get serious about the fitness, Debo. You know how good he'd be if he'd be serious? Because Debo ain't serious.
Yeah. He, yeah. I mean, hey,
I think, like everybody else said, that Cleveland Browns game, I think it's a trap game. I mean, I think if I had to put a win or a L on it, I'd probably say we'll win that game. But it could be a trap
I
game.
want to.
That Cleveland game. And I want nothing to do with Detroit.
Yeah, you and me
I'm
both.
glad we don't got to play them this year.
Yeah, we might have to play them in the playoffs, because Detroit's winning that division.
Yeah, I think the NFL. I think they believe that Detroit's going to be good this year. They got them playing the Chiefs week 1, so
I know, right? To open the
I
season,
think they might put them a fight.
or let's put them to the test.
Yeah. But we might as well count the Rams game as 2-0.
Yeah. Those are bye weeks almost, as far as I can see. Because preparation, you need to prepare for them, but you ain't got to be busting ass. You know what, Mark? That's the only concern. The 49ers probably know they can beat the Rams. Don't know that. Don't know that. Beat them first and then laugh.
Yeah. But the only issue that I have is, okay, let's say we did what we did last year, just beat everybody up, and they called us tied. Well, we already have the first seed. There's no way we can lose it. We're gonna have our starters sit out this game against the Rams, and then we lose the game, and then the Rams fans, the Rams fans are the losers.
Oh yeah, we beat you guys. That's it. That ends the string. Yeah, they will. I know. They're very confused, delusional, and they fantasize. They really do think they're as good as a 49ers organization. They really do. When you listen to them talk, they love to throw up comparisons. There's no comparison.
Not at all. The quarterback situation. I heard that Brock Purdy should be ready in training camp. Now, does that mean is he still going to be a competition, or is it set in stone now?
You feel like I do. I cannot answer that question because I don't know what that means when he says Brock will be in training camp. I kind of think it means we're going to get a good look at him and we'll make our decision during training camp. And I didn't even know he's going to be in training camp. Good, because he needs to learn some things. But I don't know.
I'm afraid if he does, if he's ready to go, Kyle might not even consider it Trey.
I think you're right. He really likes Brock. He talks about him and his eyes light up. When he talks about Trey, he's sort of like, you can lukewarm about that. He didn't say anything about Sam Darnold the other day. He said a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm like, if Brock doesn't even play, he might consider what's it called, Sam Darnold. So that's what's scary. I don't think he believes in Trey. Just in case they help.
Yeah, because that competition is going to be directly between Darnold and Trey, and then of course Kyle's going to make his decision from there. But you're right. Kyle talks like he's really behind Trey, but there's little things between the things he says you wonder.
Yeah.
He said, when you heard him, he said, I think Sam's a great thrower because, Matt Mayoko said he was one of the greatest throwers. Well, he is. He's right. He is one of the greatest. He's one of the 5 greatest throwers. Mm-hmm. And Kyle always limits his 5. There's 5 pure throwers on the planet, right? And he says, I think Jimmy Garoppolo's a pure thrower. I don't say that. And I also think, but he didn't say anything about Trey.
Yeah, just little things that you notice, like last season when Brock had that great game, and then Kyle sat, they were in the locker room, last 2 in the locker room, and you caught a glimpse of them talking. It just looked like Kyle just really likes this guy, but you don't never see that with him and Trey, so it's kind of scary. Yeah, I don't think he wanted. He didn't want.
You didn't see that with him and Jimmy either. Kyle, he really does like.
Yeah, that's true.
He likes this guy, Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I don't think he liked. Yeah.
So.
I honestly think that interview Jimmy did with week 2 of last year. I think it's a piss Kyle off. I think that was it for
yeah, there ought to be more of that around here. When Jimmy's throwing the ball down the field, there ought to be more of that around here. And Kyle was livid. And what did Kyle say? I didn't hear that.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Kyle, take the chains off that dude, man. Come on. So, it's going to be funny. But Brock also pissed him off a little bit. You know that play with the touchdown to George Kittle in the back of the end zone? Kyle had to come in and say,
Yeah.
that wasn't the right read. He was supposed to, Jawan Jennings was wide open on the right side. Kyle, come on, man. You know, we won the game, okay? Stop.
Right. Yeah.
Stop
You
it.
gotta just. Oh, I just hope he doesn't put the reins on him. You know, he gets a full off season. Well, he got one last year with. Well, not really,
Not really.
because he wasn't really paying attention to that. Yeah, Brock. Yeah. So. Yeah, not really. But he has a full off season. I don't know. I don't know if he'll put the reins on him. I really don't know.
He does want you to follow his X's and O's, and you know, like he just said about Jawan Jennings was wide open. He kind of wants you to have full awareness of where everybody is, and make the right choices. Those are the things that are on the quarterback. You got option 1, 2, and 3, right? And yeah. So if you get to the wrong option according to Kyle, he's gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah, I was watching that interview Kevin Hart did with Debo, and he just I don't know. This I was just looking at the build, like him, you know, his physique. It's just I don't know.
He looks soft, don't he? He looks tender.
Yeah.
Debo's got to work out. I wish he'd hang out with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with some pretty tough guys right now, though. I forgot who they were. Somebody mentioned him the other day. But he's working out.
D-Hop and Saquon.
Yeah. Saquon I love that he's working out with Saquon. I don't know what kind of D-Hop, I don't know what kind of regimen he goes through. But Saquon is beast. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, you know, because, I mean, Ayuk, man, Ayuk's improved. I remember watching him his rookie year, a few clips from his rookie year. He looks a lot, I wouldn't say smaller, but he lost some weight, for sure.
But he cut up. You see them cuts?
Yeah.
D-Hop is
he's
cut
stronger now.
up. And that boy can run some routes. He's at the right size to do what he does, though. You can't keep up with him.
Yeah. Just like, last year, man. It's always that one guy that they, you know, we play a team and then they'll go to that one guy. It's
He could
D-Hop.
be.
It would be D-Hop. Yeah. So, but yeah, the
first-
schedule. Wait, go ahead.
Go ahead, because we're almost out of time.
Oh yeah, the schedule. Yeah, I think 15-2. We're gonna win a lot of games this year. So.
Bam. Appreciate you. Let me see. I'll see you Sunday and see what's up, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, man. Have a great night. And let's go check in on Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's your night going, buddy?
Oh, that speakers are loud and clear as that comes in good. Michael, night's going
Yeah,
great,
I'm
man.
all excited with the schedule. When I saw the schedule, I was all
good.
excited when I saw our first game.
Now that
I
we
was
know
excited because
what we're up against.
Because you've got to look at it. Where I live, I have a friend that's a Steelers fan.
Oh,
I have a friend that's a Giants fan.
I noticed you didn't say anything about the.
That's going to be a win.
But I noticed you didn't say anything about the Rams.
And the Cowboys, my neighbor is a Cowboys fan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You
when
know,
I look at the schedule, it looks pretty good.
you don't have any Rams fans, friends?
No, I think I buried them already. I don't think there's anyone walking. I don't think they're like zombies. No, there's no Rams fans here. A lot of Giants, Cowboys fans, and Eagles fans where I'm at. I'm probably the only San Francisco fan here in the East Coast.
Well, because San Francisco has prestige. They've got a history. They've got a legacy. Yeah. Of course, they still. I mean, you should see Patriot fans where you are, too, as well.
Oh, Patriots fans up. Yeah, you go upstate Connecticut, you'll see a lot of Patriots fans. Where I live is more New York Giants, Jets. You know.
Oh, you're in the trifecta
like
area.
the Yankees. Yeah, I'm down by the east end of the New York borderline. So yeah.
Yeah, so Giants, Jets,
but no
Eagles. Yeah.
Yep. Wow, I can't wait for the Eagles. I can't wait to feast on friggin' Thanksgiving when we play the Seahawks.
I know. You know, it's going to be one of the most
We're
relaxed.
gonna have a little bit of CNC gravy,
Yeah.
a little let's see, kettle pie, and a little bows of stuffing. How's that? Bose is gonna stuff those babies in.
I like that
Oh
meal.
yeah, he's like a stuff. I love that meal. That's gonna be one meal on 49.5 hours. We'll like to have for Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna work on this theme. I'm gonna see if I can get some more food in there with these names. I love what you did.
I just think of it. Bose is a stuffing. He's a defense.
Yeah.
You got Hargrave. He could be another part of the stuffing. You know, he could stuff the.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
who's
Yeah.
gonna be the
No. I
who's
mean,
gonna be the gravy? Who hits the hardest on our team?
who hits the hardest? Who do you think?
You know, I would say Hufanga, but Hufanga, he's not.
Yeah.
Let's see. He stopped that spearing action he used to do because he hurt his neck.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
using better technique now.
Maybe Hargrave. I mean, between
Oh.
Hargrave and Boza, you know.
Yeah. You know what's so funny about Nick?
You know?
He never gets caught from roughing the passer either, though. Nick has
Nope.
technique. He takes that quarterback down,
Oh.
but not viciously. He never takes anybody down viciously. Nick's a gentleman.
Nope. He's like, yeah, sir, I'll take you down,
Lay you down
and then
gently.
I'll take you back up
Yeah.
and put you,
That's the
and pick
thing,
you up and do it again. Like, yep. Oh yeah.
But you
But
are
no,
going
I mean,
down.
Then when I was watching, but then when I was listening to the Cohen show, how he says, "Oh, the Niners are going to go 10-7." Know what I told him right straight out? No, I say the 49ers. I say 15 wins. I say 15-2. I have
Yeah,
faith.
no,
I think
I
this
feel
is
like
going to
I
be the
don't
year.
see but two teams that I'm concerned about. I wonder what Seven Granter's talking about.
Now, which team would you think? Now, Cleveland. Only way I mean, we're playing them in Cleveland, right?
Yeah. See that?
And I'm just hoping the weather's not snowy and cold. You know,
Yeah,
whatever when we play them.
Watson, the fact that they've got a really solid defense and that traveling we're having to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it's going to be a 1 point, there's going to be a 2 to 3 point swing. It probably is going to belong to Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It also depends if they don't have any injuries. You know, we got to think of injuries too.
Injuries are always the thing.
Each team will get injuries during the season. Some teams get it bad in the beginning. Some teams get it at the end or in the middle, then the end. You know, you got to hope to God we don't start off with injuries. We got to start off, you know.
Well, Michael, that's why we're building depth. Hopefully, if guys go down, they don't go on permanently, and they'll be able to get back up before too long, and we can ship can stay afloat, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, playing the first game on the road, I mean, against Pittsburgh, that's gonna be exciting. Now you said there's what, 2 Monday night games and what, 1 Sunday, 1 Thursday, or how many games Monday night? 2 you got, right?
Yeah, we got 5 primetime, and I'm not sure.
5 primetime.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I gotta.
So who got the most primetime? Who do you think got the most? I'd like to know who got the most primetime.
Probably between the Eagles, of course, and the Chiefs. I would imagine.
Yeah. You know.
So I don't know.
And I don't know if now are the Eagles playing the Chiefs this year or no?
I don't know.
No.
Usually they don't do
usually
that the first year after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No. That would have been a good matchup. But how like how the guy says how the Rams have the hard schedule. I mean, yeah. I mean that's funny how the Rams can go 0-6. I mean that's.
And they've been 5-12 last year. They should have got a break this year. Michael, do you remember every time we'd lose? Do you remember every time we'd lose, though, we never got a break in the schedule the next season? I used to think we'd be getting picked on. It just works out that way sometimes.
I mean, you look at it, teams that can give us stuff. Baltimore can be one with. You guys think of all the quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson could give us trouble. Lamar, Hurts, you know. I mean, you still got to worry about Cincinnati. That's my cousin's team. It's my uncle's team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, but like you said, by the time we play those guys, we got to see if we're going to be more healthier than the opponent. If they got injuries and we don't, we should win. It's like playing cards, you know. We got our decks full and they don't, you know.
Yeah. And the 49ers have gotten hard
also,
from all this. They know how to win now. They really do.
Oh, they know how to win. They got CMC now. They know how to win with CMC. And they got Debo, you know, and the quarterback, you know. Yeah. And like you said, you know.
They're better than team.
This could be Trey Lance's year to shine.
Could be,
I
but
hope he shines, baby.
He's gonna have to come in though and match the energy of Brock Purdy. Otherwise Kyle will go away from him. But he's got to go in because this is a team that's ready now.
He's got to show that he's he's as good as Brock Purdy.
He can keep him rolling.
Maybe even better.
Yeah, that's really.
Keep on rolling
We're in Fat City. So.
Oh yeah, I just can't wait, man. I can't wait when. I'm excited. I know all the 49ers are excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait no longer. The Niners, they wanted to today. They want the game to start this weekend.
No, that's all. You know what? We just have depth, Mike. That's why those guys that are coming in now are just trying to get a position. They're jockeying for a position. But as far as starters, we got all our starters. Yeah.
Yep, and I can't wait to see the Michigan kicker. I can't wait. I might even draft him because I have faith in that guy. I think he's going to do great, the kicker. That's
Jake.
why I'm going to be drafting him in my league. I have faith in Michigan football. I think he'll be good. Young kicker, I think he'll be good in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Warm weather, hell yeah, he's going to be perfect. Robbie Gold, I'm sorry to say, you did great for us, but now we got to move on with the best.
Yeah,
Best school in. Yep.
Well, Robbie got old.
Yep. But we wish you luck, Gold. Hope to see you play again soon from some other team. We'll wish you luck. Wish you luck, Gold.
All right, Mike.
You know, you came back to us. Yep.
We'll see you Sunday, and
Sunday's perfect.
And see what develops here between now and then. All right, fam.
That's
Have
right.
a great night.
See what happens. All right. You have a good night. Good night, 49 Fire. Good night, everybody.
Night, Michael. Emilio, are you ready for some Latino heat? Latino heat! Latino heat! I heard it from Emilio in the first half of a couple of weeks. Emilio! You know, Emilio, I'm telling you, man, I had a feeling you'd show up for today's schedule because, you know, I said 15-2. Grant Cohn, I understand, is saying 10-7. Emilio, you're somewhere in between us. I already guessed.
No, it depends. It depends. It's just surprised how you so hyped up this year. And
Yeah.
The schedule was easier last year.
Was
You
it?
were thinking we were barely going to win 10 games.
Wait, Emilio.
Oh, yeah.
Was it easier
Our
last
schedule
year?
was easy. Yes, it was. A lot easier. We was running through the teams. So we were playing the Eagles, playing the Falcons, or the Eagles kept playing.
Yeah, you know, you're right about the Falcons.
Playing the Falcons, the Panthers.
I ain't
You
taking.
was nervous. All of a sudden, this schedule's harder. You
Well, hey,
confident? What's going on? I want to know.
Did I think the Panthers were going to beat us? They didn't have nothing last year.
Oh, you thought we were in trouble. You didn't think we were going to win 10 games last year.
No. Oh, yeah, right.
I was like,
You know why?
yeah.
I didn't know.
What's going on? All of a sudden, our schedule's tougher.
No.
They
I
said
didn't.
our schedule's about.
I was.
They said our schedule's about. Well, let me get there. They said our schedule's the hardest schedule
You're right.
this year. And you're
You're
this
right.
confident?
I was.
And we don't have a quarterback this year.
Well, no, we didn't have.
What's going on?
I didn't
Don't
know
tell me
if Trey was ready to play. I just didn't know. You know, I just
Well,
knew
Trey
that
should
he was
have.
going to be in there.
Well,
But you know,
according to what's going on, supposedly Trey's ready, not ready. What's the difference? You're a little more confident. What's going on? And we got one of the hardest schedules this season.
not for this team.
We're
Not
playing
now.
nothing but playoff teams. We're playing nothing but playoff teams this year.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? The Detroit Lions scared me more than some of them playoff teams.
I'm not worried. I didn't say the line. We're talking about us. I can give a damn about.
No, I'm
John
just
Burns.
saying we got a lot of playoff teams. But you know, which playoff team scares you the worst?
Me? Neither one. Because it's football.
I just see
you're
the-
gonna kick ass or you're not.
The Eagles. Yeah,
I
look,
think we're
they
gonna
worry
win
me.
I think
The
not
Vikings,
even
the
Eagles.
Cowboys.
I think we're going to win at least 13 games like we did last year.
Yeah.
At least 13. I'm not scared. It's just what they finna do. It's all on them.
Stay off the
I'm
injury
not
list,
worried.
please. Come on, Niners. You can do it. Stay off that injury list. And if you go out a week and come on back. Oh man.
I'm just wondering why everybody's so confident all of a sudden. Everybody was scared all of a sudden. You were one of them. Everybody's all hype and confident. And we don't. And it's funny because earlier, not a couple of weeks ago, not even a month ago, we don't have a quarterback. Everybody's confident. What's going on? I want to know what's going on. How you guys get all this confidence all of a sudden? Everybody was talking. We're not finna win 10 games. He hasn't been on here yet, but what was it? Big Show. We're not finna win the division. Why is everybody so confident all of a sudden?
I'd love to hear from Big Show and see what he thinks, though.
I want to hear from everybody. How is everybody confident as soon as the schedule come out? We got the toughest schedule in the league, and everybody's confident. I want to know.
Has that schedule been ranked the top?
Whatever changed everybody's mind.
Is that the worst? Is that the toughest schedule in the league?
Pretty much. They say we got the toughest schedule.
Because the Rams look like they're going to have to go through pure hell.
Well, who cares? But the Rams can't even buy a leg if they want to. They're just horrible. They got a shitty team. It's a horrible team. So that doesn't matter what the Rams got going on.
Hey, everybody.
I want to know why. I want to know from before the draft from now. Why did everybody change that we're gonna win some games. Everybody's so nervous because we weren't gonna have a quarterback all of a sudden. Now we're gonna win this many games. What changed? We're playing playoffs.
Honestly,
Dude.
Emilio, I could give you one name that I got a feeling. As long as Christian McCaffrey's on the field, the offense only needs a quarterback who's serviceable. To be honest, everything else
I
will
was
fall
saying
into
that
place.
before. I was saying that when I said we didn't have a quarterback, I said, "Oh, you can give Trey a chance. He can be serviceable." Everybody said I thought I was crazy. That's why I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, Christian McCaffrey wasn't here
Why are we
yet.
talking about women? I know that, and I told you that. I said Trey hasn't had a chance with McCaffrey. He hasn't really had a chance with Trey. You were like, no, they're gonna go with Sam Darnold's gonna be the quarterback.
I didn't say that.
If Purdy's ready, come on, Ronbo. I told you give Trey a chance. You were talking about no.
You talking about last year?
Shanahan likes. No,
Oh, you talking about this year?
Ronbo, just because you.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, no, it was just
No,
a couple weeks.
listen.
You said
let me just
you
ask
was like
you this.
Shanahan loves Sam Darnold.
Answer this question though. Do you think that Kyle is leaning toward Trey?
I heard him talk a couple of seconds ago. I was listening to the podcast with Mike
Dwight
Leoso,
Clark,
and he said he said he was giving Trey a chance. He said if Purdy's not ready, because he said it is Purdy's shoe. He said he's giving Trey a chance, and if Trey balls out, he's going to be a starting quarterback. Other than that, I don't know what everybody took from that. Okay? So
what he said was, if Brock's ready to go, he'll get the start.
No, he said, Purdy's ready. Yeah, Purdy's ready to go. He give him a start, but
Brock has no business being ready to go in week one.
So I don't think Purdy should start personally, just because injury. Let him get ready.
He should not be ready week one. Actually, I don't know how that's going to happen, but we'll see.
No, that's what I said. He believes that Trey can be a starting quarterback if he balls out. If he balls out, it'd be Trey. So I'm trying to.
No argument. I ain't arguing. I never said anything bad about Trey not being able to start. I just said.
I know. I didn't say
Kyle,
you did.
Kyle
you was
leans
you
toward
said
Brock.
you were overbelieving. No, but you said, oh, he likes Donald over Trey. I'm like, no.
Think about this for a second.
Blowing smoke.
Let me just add this to that and why I think that way. He's been wanting Sam Darnold for years. So that's what I'm saying. You look at the situation as it is. The reality is he went and got Sam because he likes him. Hell, he might like him more than he likes Brock. So that's what I'm saying. And then you look at where Trey's position in all this. Trey has got to bust the ass to beat both them dudes out.
He got Donald because he was cheap. I guarantee if he was able to get Kirk Cousins on the cheap, Kirk Cousins would have been on the team.
You're right. I agree with that too.
So
that's what I'm saying. He has his biases and his likes. I'm telling you. Anyway, we're gonna roll and let you get back to work. But I'm gonna see you Sunday, and we can continue this.
No, like I said, I got a favorite season. I say we at least win 13 games. I don't see why we cannot win 13 games. There's gonna be some tough games.
Some of them, fourth quarter.
I'm planning on. I'm planning to go to the Pittsburgh game. I'm trying to go on to the other game.
No, week one. They're
too much into the cold season. And I looked at the Commanders. That's gonna be cold.
Oh no, that's a refrigerator and raining.
Eagles. I talked to the wife. The wife that want to deal with that old BS they dealt with the Eagles last year. She's like,
stay out of the Eagle. Yeah, don't stay out of the Eagle Stadium. It's not safe unless you go with your boys, because the Eagle fans are a little bit crazy. I mean, they like to rock and roll.
Game, so yeah.
All right, Vim.
Let me
see you Sunday.
All right, you have a good night.
You too, Emilio. My dude. And Big Show has spoken. Emilio, check this out. He says, Big Show says we're ranked number 15 as far as toughest schedules. So yeah, I thought our schedule was hard, but not just crazy hard. So, Anyway, hey, Naj.
Ronbo.
Naj, as you know, they've already put out the schedule. And, I don't see. I mean, they'll accuse me of not being enthusiastic last year, but I didn't know what what the 49ers are going to look like. And honestly, it's fair. We didn't know what trade was going to be like. After week one, I probably would have switched whatever I was thinking. But this year, I don't know. Christian McCaffrey makes it easy for any quarterback. That goes for Trey and anybody else. So, that's why it's easy to say 15-2, baby. What are you thinking, Naj?
I can see that. It just depends where our mentality at, because we can win any game that's on the schedule.
And
There's no
defense,
team on the schedule that we can't beat, like 100%.
I mean,
It's just up to us,
Exactly. Teams are getting maybe 10 and 13 points, and that's going to be a hard 10 or 13 points to get. That defense, I really believe it's going to be frightening. Now you got a secondary coach, and Steve Wilkes, his thing is getting that secondary in order. Well, the front line is already ridiculous. Now you get the secondary in order too? Oh, my God. I can't wait to see this.
Ufunga in another year.
Yeah.
He get better every year.
Yeah.
My boy, what's his name?
Gibson back there picking stuff off, coming out of nowhere to make them
What's
picks.
the
Linebackers?
Big play, Dre.
Yeah.
Dre. It's his contract. This is contract year. So he about to play crazy. This is contract year, ain't it?
No, he got paid last year. That's why
Dre got paid.
Dre Greenlaw, he got paid last year, and that's why they let Alshar leave, because I knew they weren't going to keep both.
Oh, yeah. Both of them. Okay, I ain't know we paid Dre. Okay, so that's even better.
Dre got paid.
We got him longer.
You know what's so funny though, Naj? You're right, because Dre did not play like a man who just got paid. Usually, dudes fall off a little bit after they get paid. Not Dre. He was out there getting in trouble. Referees told him, "But hey, 57, you need to lighten up, or I'll call that next time."
I forgot about that. He got to stop hitting these people in the head.
And late, and knocking them out of bounds when they're already out of bounds. Dre, just don't go so crazy you don't know where you are. You see the line is right there. Oh.
Yeah, I like the schedule. We straight. We straight for we winning the Super Bowl this year. That's how I feel. I feel like this area we just
you was
can't
right
shoot ourselves in the foot.
We should have went to the Super Bowl. How'd he go break the man's arm? When's the last time that happened? Just snap the quarterback's arm in an important game like that. Oh, man. What are the odds?
I don't know who's going to be the quarterback. But whoever understands, I'm riding with 100%.
Really, I'm telling you. It's hard to figure out who's going to be the quarterback. Kyle is begging for Brock to come back. At the same time, he hopes Trey can do it. And then he's got his favorite dude from way back, Sam Darnold. So we got three quarterbacks that we can all believe in. I mean, Darnold looked good against the Panthers with the Panthers uniform last year, running Kyle-style offense. Trey already knows the offense. All he's got to do is apply himself. And you're already seeing what Brock Purdy's capable of. We ain't got any C.J. Beathard or Nick Mullins anymore. We're cool.
We got straight aside for Ayuk. I'm ready to see Ayuk play. He about to eat. So yeah, we look pretty good. Our schedule looks decent. We ain't playing nobody too. We playing talented teams, but we ain't playing nobody scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ain't no Tom Brady.
Everybody on the schedule.
And the Bucks. No Miami Dolphins. We don't play the Lions this year. Green Bay is we're not playing them anyway. Aaron's gone. I mean, we don't even play the Chicago team. Yeah.
No Mahomes.
Yeah,
and
no
we
Mahomes.
really we not good against them type of quarterbacks that run around a lot. So we playing the Steelers week 1. We gon' they don't got no O-line.
We don't even play the Falcons. And the Falcons, boy, Naj, that offense is going to be. That
Falcons got on us last year, though.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah, they do.
Even that year we went to the Super Bowl. Falcons was one of our losses.
Because Julio, he
Yeah.
so did. Julio Jones.
Jimmy Ward tried to
So
tackle him,
did,
and Julio just leaned back over the top of a little short Jimmy and leaned into the end zone. I said, "That's a damn shame, Jimmy. You should have hit him higher." Okay, it's too late. We lost anyway.
but I wanted the Eagles week 1, but we're gonna have to settle for week 13. I
You know,
wanted the Eagles week 1.
week 1 would have been a little early. I want the 49ers to get themselves together. With Pittsburgh's a good game to start. Week 4 or 5,
Yeah, it is.
the Eagles would have been perfect.
Perfect. But I'm gonna be at that game though, the
Which
Eagles
one?
game.
Yeah,
At
week
Philly.
13. Yeah.
Yeah, talking junk on there. I want the fans to say something. We winning.
Yeah, 'cause
We leaving with the dub.
Yeah, them Eagle fans, boy, because they remind me of the Raider fans. They be getting silly, you know.
Hmm I just don't know what jersey I'm wearing yet.
What do you
I
mean?
don't
As
know
far as
what player yet.
when you play the Eagles?
Yeah, we'll play the Eagles.
Yeah. Where that? How many Niner jerseys you got? You got white.
I got a
red?
Debo. I still got my
which number?
Jimmy G one. I still got my
Can't wear that one.
I
Yeah.
got Debo, Kittle, and Jimmy G.
Wear Kittle. You know why? Because I got a
Kittle.
feeling Kittle is going to be on fire that game. It's too bad. Debo is going to be. He's going to do the Debo. You know what? But you flip a coin between Debo and George, boy, because
Debo,
both of them going to do
Kittle,
some
okay.
damage.
Most definitely. But yeah, I like the Giants week 3 because that's gonna give us a good idea how we gonna play the Cowboys.
Yeah, because
But-
if Saquon thinks he's going to get off running the ball, but see, Saquon is like CMC. He can catch and run right out of the backfield. So, yeah.
That's gonna be hard. We not good against that either. The quick screens and all that. We not
Yeah.
good against that.
Well,
Yeah, we ain't good against that.
you know, I think our secondary, I think Hufunga and that new guy we got from Atlanta, I think we might be a little different in that aspect of the game this year. We'll see, because Steve Wilkes
Okay.
he teaches a whole method of our linebackers. I got Dre and Fred. Boy, you come running up through there. Oh man, they will hurt you. So yeah, Saquon he will be met. So we'll see. All right, hey Notch, good to hear from you, fam. I'll see you Sunday.
Okay, for sure, Dan. Yeah, we'll be here Sunday.
All right, fam. Looking forward. Notch.
All right, you take it easy.
You too. And hey, Jack.
Ronbo.
Jack. And Jack, how you like that schedule? What do you think's gonna happen?
Rambo, man, the schedule look weak, but it's still competitive. You know what I mean? They are NFL teams.
Yeah. And you never know who's
way
gonna be
how I
looking
look
good
at
this year. Because every year some team come busting out. Who is these people, man? What did y'all do with the real whatever team? You know, some teams confuse you, looking like they could play all of a sudden.
Yeah, and that all depends on Kyle. You know, I take one game away as a loss for Kyle.
Okay.
One loss away from a quarterback being hurt, got to come out the game or something.
Ain't that the truth?
Another game for the defense looking like a faucet. Anything go through there.
Ain't gonna be no game like that.
so-
Jack, come on now. They're too old for that now. That used to be something they do when they was kids. That defense now, boy, I tell you what, I really think they're going to be grisly and better than last year, should I say?
And I give a game away for somebody in the O-line fucking up real bad.
I forgot about that. You know,
This team can be, continuity means a lot. You know, if they can play together.
That's what I'm thinking.
Kyle can have them playing together, and Kyle can wear his big boy pants on this year. I think we can get away with losing about 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, at the
You know,
most.
but
That'll get
really-
you to the playoffs. I don't know if it'll be a first
Yeah,
seed, but
when you look at it, Rambo, is on paper, in the NFC, 49ers got the better players on paper.
Yeah.
But, I think we missing something in that quarterback position is one of the biggest part. And I think we kind of missing the dual threat of having Lance back there like we all did in the beginning of the year. Last year, we always expecting, Lance to use his legs a little bit. Now, he might be a little nervous using his legs coming out this year if he do get the start.
I would. If I was him, I would, man. That had to hurt. Damn.
But, yeah, it had to hurt. But he got to put his big boy pants on, too. This is the offense with grown men, and, they need leadership. I'm not sure if Trey has the poise and the leadership to grab somebody by the face mask and say, get your ass in place. I don't know. So that's going to be something. So, but, it's a schedule, Rambo. I still think we should sweep our division.
It'd be embarrassing not to, actually. I mean, the Hawks are going to be a little tough, I think, but there's no excuse to lose to the Rams and the Cardinals.
Man, they got Geno Smith, man. Come on, man. Just get out of here with that. We're not going to talk about that.
Pete Carroll figures things out somehow to give us a hard time. He didn't last year because we beat the brakes off him a couple of times. They competed with us for one game out of those three. I forget which one it was.
Yeah, but I blame that on Kyle. He got to be aggressive, Rambo.
I know. Don't take your foot off the gas. I know.
Yeah, and stop with the Debo, what you call that play, flicking it off to him, and that ain't working no more. That run play, everybody on it right now. He can decoy it. You got to get a little smart. You got to change things up.
Yeah.
So, it's just Kyle, man. The big question is not really quarterback. It's not anything. It's Kyle. I think Will's going to do a good job, better than D'Amico, because he's more he's going to bring a lot more blitz packages to the defensive line, which, or cornerback is going to eat. They're going to eat back there with Wilkes. But on the offensive side, for many years we keep forgetting that Kyle offense don't show up when they supposed to show up.
And I wonder, is that him or the offense? Sometimes it seems like they're both on different pages every now and then.
Yeah, but it's not really a team in the NFL right now. You put on the other side of the field with the Niners, and
they can
Niners
actually match
be
up.
Favorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody should scare us this year. We should be in every game, and like I said, it's always going to be some little crease or some little thing that get us out of the game. We don't know. That's just we just don't know that part. But for me, my biggest question is not even quarterback, it's Kyle. Because he has, it's like you opening up a cave of weaponry all over the place, right? You got your 12 gauge shot, you got everything you need in there. Bow and arrow, everything you need is in that safe. And you got to know how to keep your guys fresh. Don't overload them. Don't overwork CMC. You gotta keep these guys fresh. Keep the rotation good. And if he can do that throughout the year, then we have a great chance. Because
let Jordan Mason play.
If we even get to the Super Bowl, Rambo, you gotta remember every quarterback over there is badass.
I know.
And we ain't gonna really face any of them until that point.
I know.
So we can feel good and all about making it to the Super Bowl, but whoever is in that Super Bowl gonna be a bad man.
So don't get soft playing NFC and going to Super Bowl half stepping, because that would be another
you got it. We almost had Mahomes when we went to the Super Bowl, and I think Kyle dropped the pin on us. I don't. Debo was eating. He stopped going to him in that Super Bowl.
Anyway,
he was eating.
I know. I've been complaining
all
about that
the way
ever
to
since
the kitchen. No grub, Rambo. So I just don't want to see it again. I we should be in the championship game this year. It's either
Yeah,
us.
again.
I think the Eagles gonna take a drop off. To be
Oh,
honest with you,
Guarantee you. I see that happening easily. But,
You
Jack,
know.
we got to stop. I mean, I'll see you Sunday, and we can continue with
Yeah.
this. All right?
yeah, but we losing about at the most 4 games, but I say 3.
All right.
We'll be all right.
14-3
Kyle
or
just put his-
13-4. All right.
Yeah, he just don't. I hope he don't get his panties all tied up in a bunch and put his big boy pants on, and we'll be all right.
There you go.
Anyway,
Jack, always a
Rambo, I'll
pleasure.
see you Sunday.
Looking forward to it, fam. Have a great night.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rambo. You're
Always
doing a good
appreciate
job,
you.
man. I love you, man. All
Thanks,
right.
fam. Send that love right back to you, too. All right, fam. See
All
you
right.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I said, hey, B, Ham. BM probably rolling down the road in that big, beautiful truck of his. BM, man, he used to have them shots where he was sitting in the truck, you see this big curtain behind him. BM was on stage, rolling that big rig. BM. I mean, BM, maybe he might be at the loading dock. Hey, yo, Jalen.
Ronbo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bring them rhymes. I
Cardinals,
love it. I
y'all are
wait for this.
relevant. Rams, y'all some bums.
Mhm.
Seahawks have not won a ring in 10 years and counting. I know that can't be fun. Ronbo, first of all, I want to say thank you, God, for keeping me alive another year. I celebrated my 22nd birthday on the 11th yesterday, Ronbo.
All right.
So,
You know what?
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my
Yeah.
Taurus in the chat. Shout out to my Bulls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stay stubborn.
Here you
What's
go.
the word, Ronbo?
It is it going to be 15-2, 13-4, 12-5? Is it going to be 16-1 and lots of fun?
Ronbo, I heard about. I saw the Grant video earlier. Grant, he's a he's a clout chaser, Ronbo. For him to say that we're gonna go 10-7 and the Seahawks are gonna win our division. See, Ronbo, that's the thing about
no! Did he see went that
divisions,
far?
Ronbo.
Oh my God!
He said the Seahawks are gonna win the division. How are they gonna win? How can he say we're gonna go 10-7 and the Seahawks are gonna win the division when they literally are playing maybe minus 2 games the exact same games? They're playing the exact same game. They play the Steelers, they play the Eagles, they play the Ravens. Ronbo, the Seahawks are not about to beat the Ravens.
But
They're not about to beat the Eagles.
But Jalen, what 7 games has Grant pinpointed for losses? Do you remember?
He said we were gonna lose to the. Yeah, I can tell you. He said we were gonna lose to the Ravens, the Eagles. He said we were gonna lose to the Seahawks in Seattle. Which I was like, man, Ronbo. I was like, Ronbo. I can't believe he said that. He said we were going to. Yeah.
4.
I'm about to go to the schedule to see to actually look at the ones to see. Oh, the Bengals. Yeah, he said we're gonna lose to the Bengals.
Well,
yeah,
that's possible actually, but probably not.
He said Dallas. He said we're gonna lose to Dallas.
5.
And Ronbo, I think he said, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't tell me he said the
somebody
Rams.
correct me if I'm wrong. I think he said the Jags. If I'm not, I think he said the Jags.
See,
I think he said that was gonna be like an upset.
I have a bad feeling about the Jags too. Did he also pick
And
possibly
he might
the
have said
Browns?
I think he said the Giants too. I think he said the Giants. He said the Giants. I know he said 2 teams, so I was like, I don't know about that, Grant, because I know he said I think we were gonna start off like 2-0 or 3-0.
Yeah, because Danny.
But I think he said we were gonna lose to the Giants.
Danny Dimes. They need another
It was
receiver
bullshit,
before they beat the
Ronbo.
49ers. I don't see them beating the 49ers.
Ronbo, we're not losing to the Giants. We're not losing to the Giants. We're not losing to the Cowboys. We're not.
No.
Ronbo, I say we're going at least 13-4.
Yeah, that's the floor.
At least.
Yeah.
Hell no, I'm not gonna even say that. Respect. I really want to say like 14-3, but I could see 13-4.
Don't feel bad.
We're not
because I got
losing 7
15-2.
games.
I
That's
see 2
ridiculous.
games. Yeah.
That's ridiculous, dog. We're not losing 7 games. That's ridiculous.
Nah, that's not good. I don't believe that for a second. Because them teams are, every team we line up against, Jalen, you look on the inside field, we're going to be favored on most of these games. just for personnel wise versus personnel,
Yeah,
and the fact that we got a lot of veterans on this team, and they're not going to bend to these teams that are
we're
in
not.
process of getting better.
Rumble, can we please stop overhyping the Seahawks, please?
No, they'll be
I've said
competitive.
I've said this before in the past in numerous calls, Rumble. We're the NFC West, but I told you we're the new NFC North. I don't care who Cardinals, Rams, y'all can decide who's gonna be the Bears and Lions. I could care less. But I mean, Rumble, look at how the Vikings were back when LaFleur first got to the Packers. The Vikings were all right. They were competitive. I mean, they made it to the
True.
playoffs in 2019.
I
But
agree.
Rumble, the Vikings, I mean, they've been good. They haven't been bad. They haven't done nothing. I mean, let's be real. Who's a better team, Seattle or the Vikings? They really evenly matched, honestly. That's a toss-up.
Actually,
So
and
I'm
you
not
know,
worried about Seattle.
no, there's no reason to, because you know what? They got off to a smoking start last year, but they picked up a couple of good draft picks last year, and those kids will be a little more mature this year, and they might offer a little bit more than they did last year. But the ones they got this year, people are giving them way too much love. They've got to get in here and find out what it's like to be in the NFL. It's like you go to New York City, you don't know what you're doing when you're walking down the street, and the dude runs up and robs you and yells, "Welcome to New York," after he walks away with all your cash. You don't know what you're getting yourself into, so they got to go through that.
Yeah,
So that's going to take them another year. Hey,
Rumble, yeah. I mean, Seattle, I mean, Rumble, the Vikings, the Vikings, Rumble, when was the last time the Vikings were actually a bad team? They've been decent. They just ain't done shit. I mean, Rumble, Seattle, they going to be decent. They just ain't going to do shit. Like, they haven't done shit since 2013 for the last 10 years. Haven't done nothing.
I agree. We're just comparing
So, I
them to
mean,
the
I'm not
Cardinals
worried
and the
about it.
Rams.
They'll be competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win about, I give
How
them
many they win?
maybe
How many-
8 to 9 games, 8 or
Yeah,
9
how many
games.
they win
I'll
last
give you.
year? They won at least. Didn't they win 10
Around
games?
8 or 9 games. No, they did
Wow.
not. No, they did not.
No double
No, hell
digits, huh?
no. They won like 8 or 9 games.
Oh, that's right, because they lost their first
No.
6, I think.
Yeah, well, let's not be catfished by them.
No,
The River Ducks, the Seattle
Nobody-
River Ducks.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody worried about Geno Smith, man.
Geno.
That's like trying to replace Russell Wilson with Geno Smith is like replacing Luke Cage with Black Panther. I mean, Black Panther with Luke Cage. That's not happening.
I love
bro.
that. But
That's not
Geno-
happening.
Check it.
dog.
You know, Geno actually outplayed Russie. You mean Russie in his prime? Because Geno actually outplayed Russie last year. But I'll be damned. See that? Those are the games. Russie beat us in a game that made no sense. Okay, those are the games. You're going to get one of those a year. There's somebody on the schedule that's going to
Ronbo.
beat us in a fluke win.
I can see.
I don't know who that's going to
I
be,
can
though.
see I can see it probably being a AFC team, probably like the Bengals or the.
See, that
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be
a fluke
surprised if we
loss.
lost to the Steelers week 1. I'm not gonna lie, Rumble. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost to the Steelers week 1.
Yeah, I had to
I wouldn't
think
just
about
be
that
shocked
game,
because
too.
we
I
start
really
off
did.
slow. We usually start off slow on
No,
offense. That's
actually,
gonna
just
be
the
a
opposite,
tough
Jalen. We
game.
usually win the first couple of games. Remember last year, we started off in Chicago under unusual
We
circumstances.
lost.
I
We
know.
lost, and then the year before that we lost week 1.
To who?
And then the year before that, we lost week 1. We played. I know. I think we beat the Lions. I think we beat the Lions, but they almost came back and won.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, and we played Eagles, too, and we beat them that year. No, the 49ers,
But
that East Coast swing they start us off with every year, they usually they move to that area for a week, and the time won't make a difference, and they usually beat teams up. But this year,
That's
I
gonna
don't
be a
know.
tough game, Rombo. That Steelers game. That's
I
gonna
know,
be a tough game.
Their
Week 1.
defense is rough.
That's a tough defense, Rombo. That's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know.
That's gonna be a
I
tough
know.
game, Rombo.
At least it won't be cold. Not yet.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, let's stop overhyping Seattle. We're gonna win the division
No,
regardless of who's at quarterback. I'm not
think
worried about these people
we're just saying they are the only competition in NFC West.
in the division.
Yeah,
In
well,
the-
in that. I mean, I'm sorry, the division. Yeah, NFC
Goodness
West.
gracious, are they really?
Yeah. Well, the Cardinals and the Rams
Are
can't
they
offer
really?
nothing. Yeah,
Rombo.
they're not. But I mean, really, no,
Oh
they're
my
not.
God. Just because they record good does not mean they competition, Rombo. They are gonna be ass. I'm not worried about them. Not no more. I told you, you cannot
still can't
replace
stop the
Black
run.
Panther with Luke Cage. You're not replacing Black Panther with Luke Cage,
I
Ronbo.
like Luke Cage. Luke Cage is a bad boy. But
He
anyway,
ain't
he ain't the
Black
Black Panther, though. But
Damn right. Geno
he's
Smith
tough.
ain't Russell Wilson. Y'all can stop that.
We got to go, fam. I'm going to see you Sunday.
Man, because at the end of the day, we still the king of the West.
Niners!
You know, Kyler need a 2-year rest. And Gene D and Rudy and all them goofy NFC West fans to keep crying because the Niners going to be the best. Let's not forget, y'all. Let's not forget. The Raiders lost to Nick Mullins on national TV in his first game of his career. Boy was undrafted, never played a lick of football. Mama titty still in his mouth. Fresh out the womb, young, beat the Raiders on national TV. Look at that. Man, Rumble, let me get out of here.
Jeez. Throw a flag on Jalen. Jalen, I'll see you Sunday. Oh, that's hilarious. B Ham. Go check back on the Big Ham. B Ham. BM must be caught up in something there. Hey, yo, Ellis.
I'm good, so.
15-2. We're all brand new. Getting ready to take our position at the top. Because we ain't got no reason to be concerned about the West. Can get into the playoffs with 7-10. Cause I got to work on this song. Hey, Alice.
Yeah.
Hey, Alice. I'm telling you know. What's going on with you in the schedule?
Yeah, I just barely seen it. It looks like we got an interesting first few weeks.
Yeah, we do. Keep glancing.
I mean, the
Keep
Steelers
glancing.
is always.
Do you see any team that really jumps out and scares you? We've gotten to that point now where it doesn't matter who we're playing. It just matters how we feel when we go in there and play, and if we're not hurt. The Steelers look interesting, but they're probably not ready for prime time just yet. The Rams, we don't need to talk about them. Week 3, we come back home. But anyway, the Giants could be.
Yeah, the Giants got a nice.
Could be a competition there.
I mean, that's all they got to me is the defense. I mean, shit, they didn't even put up no points last year in the playoffs, man. They should. Their coach got hit. They got what they coach get coach of the year. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. He went to the first round of the playoffs.
They beat the Vikings,
like,
and everybody thought it was good.
Man, listen, if you got more than 5, 6 losses or something like that, or 7 losses, ain't no way in hell your coach should have got coach of the year.
Well,
I need them comment.
They got a
I need
statue
them comment down
for having the worst record in football last year.
Man.
I agree.
Yeah, that was canceled. Kyle should have got the coach of the year. I don't give a shit what nobody said.
This is the second time they look past Kyle. They think, you know what? I think they think Kyle has too many good players. They think anybody can come in and do that. They have no idea. And Kyle and John built that team, so they shouldn't take points away for that.
To hell with them. But, you know, the Giants game, I think that's a dub. Cardinals game is a dub.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Cardinals.
The Browns game, the Cowboys could be I mean, they're gonna come with it because we didn't.
Yeah, they're mad.
You know, we didn't clean them up. You know, the last 2
they're
years
inspired.
in the playoffs, so they
mad as
yeah,
hell.
so they're gonna try to come with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's gonna be a nice game. That's a prime time game. You know, night game. That's gonna be looking real nice.
Yep.
The Browns, they're gonna be a little better. They got Elijah Moore from the Jets and. You know, their first round wide receiver from Ole Miss. He's hella good. So I think, you know, with some additional weapons, and they got a couple of already pretty good wide receivers. And I think that Sean and them will play better. But, you know, we're going to clean them up. I think that's going to be a nice little, you know, we'll run through them. The Vikings, you know, Kirk Cousins is always, you know, he's always tucking his tail when we come through. So
we're gonna hit his ass a few times, and he's not gonna like that.
No.
He's not gonna like that. He's always asking if you like that. No, he's not gonna like that. So we're gonna stuff his ass.
Just got to worry
in the
about
locker.
Jenkins.
Oh man, Jenkins. That's one person, man. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, didn't they lose a premier receiver this year? Thielen? Was it Thielen? Who left? I think it was.
You said
Thielen.
Jenkins. Who are you talking about? You talking about Jefferson?
I'm sorry, Jefferson. Who is Jenkins? Yeah,
Oh,
Jefferson.
Okay. He's a baller. Yeah, he's a baller. I'm like Jenkins, but Jefferson's still only one player. You know what I mean? But he's a baller.
Yeah, that's what I said. They lost one of their Pro Bowl receivers.
Shit. I can't. I wouldn't.
Anyway,
no, they still got Thielen. They still got.
You think they do
Dalvin
still
Cook.
have Thielen? Because I thought they lost Thielen. Maybe.
I don't know. Oh, maybe. Thielen, and then they had somebody else too, Rudolph. They still got Kyle Rudolph, I think, right? That tight end.
I was just saying, they got the tight end is the tough guy.
They still had Thielen though too this past season, but I don't know if he's gone down, and that's
why
good to me.
I think that's why he left, because they saw him being. Yeah, Ian Sharp he agrees Thielen's gone. So they got Jefferson in that tight end, and the running back is he going to be okay for this year?
Who?
Seems like that Pro Bowl running back of theirs. It seems. Yeah, what was his last name? Calvin what?
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, wasn't Cook? Did he leave the season banged up and had to go through an operation of some kind? Anyway,
I don't recall that. He was balling. They did pretty good the past couple of weeks.
But the thing is, the Giants beat them, and that makes no sense. And the Giants weren't terrible, but y'all got all that, and you've been playing together for how long? And the Giants ran you out of the playoffs. How'd that happen?
Man, I don't want to say any given Sunday, but that was just. It kind of gets that. They were a little gritty towards the end. The Giants was a little gritty. They was fighting, at the end trying to get in. So they did their thing for the most part. But man, to see them not do shit against the Eagles, they didn't even barely score. What they scored like 9 points or I don't know. It was just embarrassing. I'm like, man, the Eagles are not. They're a good team, but for you to not even be able to put up anything past 2 scores, you know what I mean? I mean, shit, I forgot the score. What was the score in the NFC Championship when we played the Kegels last year?
It all ran off it broke open in the fourth quarter. It was tight, even with no quarterback.
Yeah.
It was tight.
I'm saying, what do we have? What do we have though?
7?
Did we have like 9 points or
8 or 9? Somewhere between 7 and 10.
Well, shit, if we could score that much and not have a quarterback for 3
then
quarters,
there's no excuse, right?
Fucking Giants, and the Giants only get barely less than 10 points, and they got the Danny Dimes. I don't want to hear shit.
One more quarterback uses that name, I'm gonna get mad. Come on, man. Stafford uses the name Dimes.
Yeah.
Danny uses Dimes. Come on, man. They're okay. They're not all that.
Danny, whatever. I mean, I'm just doing that just for just to spice it up. But
Klassard thinks that Dalvin Cook's getting cut. There's gonna be. I thought he already. Man, it's gonna be interesting to see who keeps who, because people are talking about money now, and they're getting rid of people.
Yeah, imagine what Jamar Chase's contract is going to be when it's time for him to get paid.
He'll get paid. But then you look at Chase
Cincinnati.
Young over in the Commanders. They just told Chase good night. But was it not you who told me that Chase has some kind of nerve damage in that leg, and they're probably thinking that he has no future?
No, I didn't. But that's new news to me. Shit, that sounds horrible. And to think Nick Bosa tore two ACLs, and he came back and he's running around
and looking better than before,
like RoboCop.
I mean, Nick he's not human sometimes.
He's definitely. But yeah, to run through though, the Bengals, I think that's going to be a good game for us. That could. I mean, it just kind of depends, but we could definitely beat the Bengals. I mean, we cleaned them up a couple of years ago, and
if our offense can come the way that we were last year, like we looked a lot better offensively last year. We were putting up higher, if we had a higher score last season. If we can take it up a notch or just at least pick up where we left off offensively, I don't see us having too much of a problem. I think defensively we're going to look good, even though we lost some of our key players, man. But, the guys are going to have to get gelled together. If we got, new rookie safety coming in, we got the defensive line. We don't have the depth that we used to have, but we're accustomed to having, with the Jordan Willis rotation, the Omenihu, the Ibukam.
You got Hargraves. Hargraves takes care of all that void right there. And also offensively you got CMC. Now that offense is going to click no matter what. But that defense, I think that defense may be every bit as good as last year, actually. Especially when what's his name getting the back end all fixed up like D'Amico really wasn't doing. Because D'Amico is about linebackers and front line. Steve Wilkes get that secondary back in order. My God, that front line will be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna clean up. We're gonna clean up, Ronbo. I think. I don't know. 15-2 is a tall order. I'm not saying that we can't do it. Yeah. That would be fantastic. That would be that's one of the more ideal records. But I think we go. I think we got 13 wins minimum. At the least. You know what I'm saying? The Jaguars will be a nice game. I look forward to. We'll clean up the Bucks. I think we'll sweep the Seahawks again. I don't give a shit who they drafted. They can do as good as they want. Jamal Adams will be back. So we just got to make sure that we prepare for him. And Commanders will be a sweep. The Ravens will be. We'll get those games. So we'll be good.
Think about the rest of that schedule. And we'll get back into it Sunday. But yeah, it does not look. There's nothing intimidating on the schedule this year except for the Eagles. And we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
Yeah. Well,
shout out to that squad.
We're gonna get that.
Oh my God, yes.
We're gonna get that.
If for no other reason,
we're gonna get that. I don't want to hear shit.
All right, Ellis.
Appreciate it, fam.
See you Sunday.
All right. We're not worried about no Kegels, man.
Nah, they need to worry.
Shout out to the faithful.
All right, man.
Shout out to all my people out there, man. Shout out Tony, all of the Tony Tones and what have you. Shout out to the faithful, man.
We have 3.
Hit the like, subscribe. You know where you at. Wipe your feet. Outsiders running hot. Much love, Ronbo. Shout out for that.
Night, Ellis. And there it is. It's Bethel. It's football
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Looking at the schedule. Ellis, again, we're that big. Oh, Bethel, I'm sorry. Bethel, again, we're like that. I'm sorry. We're that big cat. You watch National Geo. You watch them big cats. I love watching them big cats walk through the jungle all by himself. He ain't got no crew like a bunch of wolves or dogs. He's just walking by himself, and he's walking slowly. Anybody that jump out, you made a mistake. I'm the cat with nothing but the, and ain't nobody, and he just waits to pounce. We are the big cat in NFL this year. We are the predator.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Did you look at the schedule yet?
Yeah.
What do you think for a record?
Yeah, I actually did. I think we should win a lot of these games, and unless there's either a trap game or
I know every year
something happens, but no, we should win a lot of these games. And anyways, last year we lost to the worst teams in the NFL, but we beat all the good ones. Like, it didn't make no sense, but
hey, which bad?
You never know.
You know what? I still think the Falcons, there's something going on between Atlanta and San Francisco. I wouldn't count them a bad team. Who else do we lose to?
Oh, they're good. We lost to Russell Wilson only because he knows us.
Yes, that is Jesus. Oh, God. No reason to lose that game.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the thing is that we lost it by 1 point. That was
13 puny points. Okay, that's one of the games that absolutely had no business losing.
I think if I know we're gonna beat the Giants because I don't know what happened with the Giants last year that
Or the Bears.
they got
Thank you,
that
the
they
Swish.
got their ass. Yeah, that they got their asses whooped by the Eagles 2 games, but the backup with the Eagles number 1 almost beat them by 3 points. That doesn't make any sense. If they would have won that game, we would have had the NFC champion at home.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for that. So
I was watching.
we got to do a little bit payback on that.
And I knew it. I said,
And
the
then
Giants aren't going to beat that team. They should have.
Yeah, and then the Eagles. No, then the Eagles. I was watching some more stuff. I seen one of their commentators said that they're going undefeated. I'm like, how are they going undefeated if they have one of the are scheduled in the NFL? He must be delusional.
Undefeated?
So
I wish. You know what?
yeah, that's what.
I hope they go 15-1. They ain't beating the 49ers because the 49ers are coming in there with something to settle. Every last 49er is going to be so dialed up for that game. They're already talking about it.
Yeah.
Debo's still mad as hell.
Yeah,
he was
they
talking
are.
about this a few days ago. So, you know,
Yeah.
and also Ayuk, they can't wait to get back at Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm all like, I don't know why they're saying. I'm all like, if maybe, you know, they would have said, oh, you know what, it was a good game, even though you don't have a good quarterback, you know.
I would have
next
said
year,
that,
you know.
Bethel.
Yeah,
Even
me
I would have
too.
said
Yeah,
that.
I would
I
have
was-
been rooting. I would have been rooting for them in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for that. But
I'm
you
same
know,
here. If they would have lost, we would have killed their quarterback right up front. And they didn't have anybody to play, and they brought a guy in and he took him out too. I said, you know what, guy, I don't know, fam. Would we have won that game so easily if Hurts would have played? I would have at least said that. I swear to God, I would have said that.
Yeah.
And later on, I might have said, well, maybe we would have won, but I don't know. That's me. I wouldn't have been tough. 49ers didn't make no difference who the quarterback was. We beat him out of you guys got a lot of guys. Well, I was just 3 days with the Eagles fans. Oh, that was just really.
I bet you anything. If their backup quarterback would have been in there, we would have kicked their ass if if their other quarterback would have been in there. So,
you know, God,
but,
have some pride.
and then I can't.
Shame.
Yeah, and then I can't wait the revenge turkey when we eat at their stadium, get some payback.
You know what? I'd bring me a plate and everything and have it sitting on the sideline. I want everybody to see it. Cameraman, look at this. I got my platter here. All right, big spoon. Train that on there every few minutes. I don't care. There's nothing they can do about it. So George Kittle would do something like that and then run for like a 200-yard game. I mean, in receptions. Boy, I want to eat on that logo so bad. Ooh.
Yeah. So, and then plus, you know, the first week will be a good game because Steelers always have a good defense.
True.
You know, their offense is not that good, but their defense is always good, and because of their defense, they won a lot of their games.
Yeah, they're real
because of
blue
their
collar.
defense.
You know, they're steel town.
Yeah.
They're real. They're gonna work, and they will outwork you if you're not careful. Thomason's a good coach. He gets those guys ready. Real discipline.
Yeah.
If we beat them, it'll be a good fight. I don't see us just steamrolling the Steelers.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a tough.
Yeah,
game.
that's a good one for our offense. You know, good test for our offense.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Especially our offensive line,
You know,
because they got some hedge. I mean, they got some
Yeah.
headhunters. Yeah.
yeah. So
JJ. I mean, not JJ, but TJ. Whew, man.
yeah. Yeah, because TJ, he was actually out for
long
a
time.
lot of the games, and they lost a lot of the games because he wasn't in there.
And as
Once
soon
he
as he
came
came
in,
back, yep.
They started winning some
Yep.
of the games. So, you know, it made a big difference. See?
Yeah.
That's why sometimes one player makes a big difference.
Especially when he fires up your defense like that.
Yeah. And then I seen that some of the rookies that we picked up also that I didn't get to talk to before. Some of them are actually captains on their football teams and leaders. So that's actually, you know, real good for us when you get those kind of people in.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So
We got some good defenders for sure. All right, Bethel. I'm going to see you Sunday and see what develops in rookie camp this next couple of days. See what's going on. I don't know if the reporter's going to be able to say anything, but we'll see. All right, fam. Appreciate
we'll
you,
see.
Bethel. Love it.
All right. Like some people say, Debo, that like, and let's go Niners.
I love it.
All right. Good night, Ron.
Night, Bethel. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, I love the way you find the things that I love to let everybody, because you find things I never run across. That thing, I didn't know the Rams were that much in dead cap money, although I just didn't think about it. You can't just get rid of everybody all of a sudden and not get dead cap hits. That's hilarious. And what did our boys say?
Yeah.
Well, for you 49 fans that don't understand about the Rams organization, we've spent lots of money before to win a championship. You've got one other championship. What are you talking about? You got two.
Yeah.
God.
They're gonna pay all their players, and don't forget, Ronbo, they still owe over $600 million for the transfer from St. Louis to LA, and that's got to be paid by 2027. Are they going to sell the team? Is that going to sell the team?
They're probably going to move back to St. Louis. Listen, we were just kidding. We're going to move back to St. Louis, and hopefully bygones will be bygones. We're not going to pay that money to move back. So, what
about the other $200 million that was taken from every other single team in the competition as well?
You're right. Teams contributed to that cause. I forgot about that. They owe the Rams.
They were forced to by the league.
Well, yeah. You can't just move. You broke the hearts of a lot of people in that area. You did this, you did that. You caused everything to have to shift. These are expensive things to deal with, buddy. So this is funny.
That's right. So you add that all up, plus how many $100 million to pay all the players. It's getting up there, close to $1 billion.
Took 2 years to pay that running back that left him when he left, the guy with the arthritic knee. The Rams stay in trouble when it comes to that. But they'll go out and they'll give these guys IOUs. Hell, Tony, I wouldn't play for the Rams. Anybody, any premier ball player that goes to play for the Rams the next 3 years is a damned idiot. You know why? Because you don't know if you're going to get paid or not.
You don't even know if the team's going to get sold or not.
Yeah. So,
Ronbo, back to the 49ers. Everyone's speculating on how many wins we're going to win based on last year's performance. But I'm going to ask you one question. Who's the quarterback?
See, this is the question that can't really be answered at this particular hour.
So how can you say how many wins you're going to have? Because don't forget that last year we had Jimmy who won 4 or 5 in a row, and then Brock took over and won another 8 in a row. And Jimmy's not here. The biggest pressure is on Kyle, because you know what Brock did, and now you've got Trey Lance, which I think should start, personally. But are you going to play your boyfriend? And if you do, and I don't want to lose the second game, because I want Rudy to listen to Mr. Ice Cube's song "No Vaseline" after that game. You know what I mean?
I know. Because they've been getting beat by us so much. Every little opportunity they get, we got you now. We always beat you when it counts. What?
So the pressure's on. The biggest pressure is on Kyle. He's got to choose which quarterback he's going to start. And if it starts off bad, the pressure's going to mount even more. And the only other thing I'm worried about, Ronbo, is my bones are clanging together, because we need 2 bell cows for this idiot, all right? Because I don't want Deebo Samuels and Christian McCaffrey injured at the beginning of the season, because he can't stop running Christian McCaffrey 20 times in between tackles each game.
Yep. So
we
said that all last season. He wouldn't listen. Remember, he wouldn't listen. 2 other guys And he wouldn't run. Well, Elijah Mitchell kept getting killed. I don't know what Elijah Mitchell's going to do.
Well, just imagine, I don't know what goes through that man's mind, but my mind, I think of the worst before I think of the best, right? Because once you you think of the worst and then you end up winning the Super Bowl, it just tastes so much sweeter, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But how my way of thinking is, if I was a coach, I think to myself, what would happen to me and who would I turn to and what would I do if I got Deebo Samuels and Christian McCaffrey injured out for the season?
Oh.
At the beginning of the year.
Shoot yourself. You know what
I'm saying, Ronbo?
That cannot happen. You can't lose both. Because we did that last year. Christian stayed on the field the whole time. But Deebo was in and out, right? And Christian still kept up slap. In fact, Christian had some of his best games when Deebo wasn't there. So yes, you don't lose them both.
Yeah, but I need those two guys, including
George,
Nick Bosa at the end of the season, and George as fresh as a daisy. There's people there that we can rotate in and out. There's no need to run McCaffrey 20 times a game between tackles and think you're Mr. Know-it-all and look at me. All right, we're going to look at you, Kyle. Who's going to start?
And Tony, you can add to that fact, if I've got an expendable player, and to some degree, Jordan Mason is somewhat expendable, run him through there. He weighs 2 what? Let him soften that middle up a little bit. You don't need to run Christian through the tackles all the time. And I want him on swing patterns and bubble screens and things like that. I want him kept safe, Kyle. It's a good thing I'm not the owner. Kyle would quit. Because I'd be calling him. Kyle, I know I'm not going to question you because you know what you're doing. You've done a great job at it. But listen, I just need to I got to make one request, Kyle. Do we have to continue to run Christian McCaffrey in very, very risky plays all the time? And I know what he's going to say. Well, you want me to do my job or you want to do my job? Okay, well, I'll just call you back later. And the next time I call him, if he says that to me, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to tell him, see, this is what I'm talking about.
If I was Jed York, I'd go down there, or Jed's dad, and say, listen, I want these 3 players preserved until the end of the season. I want them rotated. And if he hits me with, oh, do you want to do my job? I'll say, no, I don't want to do your job. Well, who are you going to get? I'll say, mate, one more word out of you, all right, and Wilkes is taking over your job. And he's teaming up with the GM, all right? Now, go on. Let me see what you've got to say next.
Just to let him know who's charged. Because Kyle, he runs risky things sometimes. And Papa Dragon pointed this out 2 or 3 weeks ago. Kyle runs his scheme. Sometimes the timing is bad in the type of plays he wants to run early in the game when that defense is as fresh as a loaf of bread that just came out of the oven. You know, he knows this. Hell, if we know it, he knows it. What is he?
Yeah, but the other thing, the stupidity of the whole thing, Ronbo, is that Jordan Mason if the guy enjoys the contact and loves the contact, why wouldn't you run him, for Christ's sake? Why not? The man's, you said, he chiseled out of granite. He loves the contact, just like Ronnie Lott used to love hitting people and folding them up like deck chairs. Give him the ball if he loves the contact.
Let him run it.
Use these guys. You can use Deebo as a decoy so Christian can get the ball, or Christian as a decoy so Deebo can get the ball, or Kittle, or vice versa, or anybody else that you got out there. Change it up a little bit, mate.
You know,
these are your strike players. These are the players that are going to win you the Super Bowl.
You know,
I want them fresh at the end of the year.
Right? In fact, you don't have to count their minutes. It's so short, but count their minutes, Kyle. You know, you use Jordan. It's okay. Elijah Mitchell, TDP, you're going to let him play this year? You know, alternate those guys. I know you want your big chip players, your big ticket players in there, but you still need to alternate them in a fashion where you don't get them hurt and they're going to be ready to go in week 10 to 16 or 18. You know, that's common sense, isn't it, Tony? That's common sense. Okay.
Well, the other thing is, Ronbo, is you can use these other players and not even lose a step. It's not going to affect your game.
I agree. We got to get Kyle on the phone.
So,
Tony, we got to go now, though. We got all heated up. Let's continue with this Sunday. I can talk about this with you all day. But, you know.
Shout out to Big Shirt, Papa Dragon Ellis, rest of the truck drivers out there, the whole 49er Empire, and Rudy, give up. Give up.
He'll never be us.
Jesus Christ,
And it
your
just
club's
kills
in
him.
trouble.
God. All right. Tony, appreciate you, fam. Can't wait till Sunday to see you again. All right.
All right, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Tony. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. And you know, if you don't know Show, he's a guy that speaks his mind. Don't get mad, because I love it. Show.
I don't care if they get mad or not.
There you go. Let you know right there, that attitude. Show. What's on your mind tonight?
Some people might not be happy with what I have to say tonight, because I'm not going to be coming up on here and saying, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to go to the playoffs. Oh, we're going to be the best team in the NFC. With confidence. I mean, what team do you know whose quarterback position is as unstable
It's
as
fluid.
a
as Stephen A. Smith said, it's a fluid position.
as unstable as a 5150 patient is in a mental hospital? You know what I mean? Like, what team do you know that
Go ahead.
What team do you know that's going to be going to the Super Bowl with the quarterback position unanswered
and not knowing? Yeah. You know, we've been
Yeah,
rolling along on this pad for how many years? This has been going on since 2018, basically.
You heard Kyle Shanahan saying that Brock Purdy is throwing with a towel. You don't want to hear that
No,
before minicamp and OTAs.
Well, OTAs,
that's not good news.
Yeah.
I mean, throwing with a towel? Are you kidding me? Is it wet? I mean,
no, probably.
Is it dry or what? You know, I mean,
is it a beach towel?
He didn't
you know?
exactly. He didn't specify like what the deal is with that. I mean, that doesn't sound good.
See. So this is why I know Kyle is just praying that Brock Purdy will be able to start the season. You know, and this is what I'm reading from those tea leaves, because you know, Kyle. You went and got Sam Darnold.
Ronbo, the quarterback. Kyle is not that hard to read. Neither is John. Neither is.
And you should be focusing, if you're going to get start Trey, you should be working on him. You didn't need to bring in Sam Darnold. You could have brought just some serviceable quarterback in.
You know who he's starstruck right now with, and that's the redhead, aka Prince Harry.
I really do.
Yeah, I mean, he's not that hard to read. You just heard him what he had to say about Sam Darnold at that event with Matt Miyoko, and he agreed with Matt Miyoko's tweet and our statement saying that Sam Darnold is the most.
It was that girl who was sitting next to him. They thought that was funny, and Kyle wasn't laughing, and he agreed.
No,
he said, "See, I knew it."
And we have a lot to be concerned about. You had asked if we have any concerns going into the season with the schedule, and that's the Eagles gave a blueprint to every team in the NFL how to take out a quarterback, and that's at their elbow.
Yep.
And we're done for.
Well, it won't be as easy this time. I mean, you know what? Any tight end that's over there now will be scared to death to let anybody get past him. Now, see, that I like, you know, because you know what happened to Tyler Kroft. I mean, I think they gave him a bus ticket and told him to get home the best way he could. No meal money. So, you know, it's actually, if the quarterback does get hit, it won't be around that side.
They'll figure out a way to get to the quarterback. I mean,
they
don't care.
Offensive line.
You know, come on. Cole McKivitz is no Trent Williams.
Hey, you know, though, McKivitz is better than McGlinchey at pass protection. I don't know about running the ball, but he's better than McGlinchey at pass protection from what we saw last year, actually. He only allowed
We'll see about that against TJ Watt.
Yeah, now see, TJ, I don't know who we're going to put on him, because he ain't going to bother with Trent Williams when he can go through. He's got a plate with other stuff on it on the rest of that offensive line. So,
yeah, I mean, Kyle Kyle's like giddy with a he's giddy as a schoolgirl seeing her crush playing football at the game Saturday night, and he's giddy over Sam Darnold. So I mean, he you can tell he is. I mean, they went and signed him right away, the second signing of the off season this year, and they gave him incentives with a chance to earn up to $11 million. Like the writing's on the wall that he's going to be the starting quarterback. That's why they got off. That's why they went after Shep or Rappaport, pretty much announcing it like right away.
And they didn't
that
intend for him
he
to.
would have. Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what? I think some do escape that office, and the media picks up things. Not often.
Yeah.
But every now and then.
So it's going to be hard. We're going to be the most traveled team in this off season or
And
this
time
year too.
zones?
We're traveling. We're traveling over 30,000 miles, Ronbo.
36. And
yeah.
we're crossing
around,
time
we're
zones.
close to 30,000 miles. And you know what happens every time we stay at the Greenbrier? We always either come out of the game drunk, next hungover, or
well, you know what though?
So
I don't think they're going to that area this year.
Well, they're playing the Giants, right? We're playing the Giants this year, right, at New York.
Who do you play before that?
I don't know, but we'll be probably
usually,
staying there when we play the Giants.
Well, the thing is, they usually do that when they're going to play two teams on the East Coast.
Yeah, so we always.
Yeah, the NFL fixed that show. They got us all
I'm going to get a lot
West
of flack
Coast,
for
East
saying.
Coast.
I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying this, but the Rams are coming back healthy and hungry, and you can't sleep on them. They're still an NFL good team. They're still a good team under McVay when they're fully healthy and clicking on all cylinders. You know what I mean? And you can't sleep on Pete Carroll either. And
Well, Pete Carroll worries me, but McVay. You know what? I want to see what McVay looks like now, right? He's got a lot of guys missing now, and an offensive line is going to be a real problem. He's got Cooper Kupp. After that, who's he got? Akers?
I don't know, honestly. I have to look at their roster.
There you go. The Rams, no. The Rams would be lucky to win 7 games, 6-7 games. There's no. This is not ready. They're not ready for prime time anymore.
I disagree because Matt Stafford's still a good quarterback, and I'd say 9 at least 10.
Stafford and Dak are going to be going neck and neck for the INT competition again this year, and I think this year Dak will win again because Stafford's going to get taken out. I give him until week 8 or 9 before they bury him again, like they did last year, face down in the grass. So. Yeah, the Rams, the Hawks concern me to a degree, but the Rams don't.
Yeah, so that's kind of all I wanted to say tonight. I mean, don't come in here like things are all roses and unicorns and
so that's
like
why.
That. Yeah,
that's why Big Show's other name is the Grim Reaper.
All right, shut it, everyone. You take care. Have a great night.
You too, Show. Please come back Sunday, Show. I'll be looking for you. Show. When we do win, I can't wait to see Show's face because we're not going to lose forever. That's just not going to happen. The point, because John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan actually do know what they're doing. They just have the bad luck of bizarre incidences happening when they do. Now, that's not going to continue to happen all the time. I mean, Kwaski T's not going to be standing out on the field every time dropping pivotal plays. Your quarterback's not going to get his arm broken every time. It just can't continue. I know what you're saying. Well, it could be something else, Tim. There's only a couple more things that can happen. The whole team goes into some kind of a coma during the halftime. I just don't see this continuing. Hey, yo, Beham. I think Beham's probably not available because he never misses that many times. And Tony, would you get in here?
Ronbo.
Tony.
Evening.
Well, Tony, what's your schedule look like? I know 49ers scary. I'm just saying, there's no way for these bizarre incidences to keep, because Tony, the thing is, the 49ers keep losing through means they didn't get outplayed or beat up in either NFC-CG game, but bizarre things that have nothing to do with who's the best team keep happening. And granted, the Kowalski team missed drop pass. That is a team thing. But the 49ers coming in at my left tackle, one of the best the game's ever seen, is dragging his leg up and down the line of scrimmage. I got my quarterback with a rotator cuff and a bad hand. Okay, the table is set for the Rams to win, and they barely won by 3 points. Oh, I see, these things have to stop. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tony, go ahead.
But Ronbo, you guys' luck will change. You're not going to keep getting quarterbacks hurt every year.
I would
going to
think.
change. It's going to happen to somebody else. That's how the NFL works.
God, makes no sense.
But Ronbo, we play a lot of young, inexperienced quarterbacks. Week 1, we're at home against Carolina and Bryce Young at home. Week 2, we're at home.
Bryce.
This game scares me. Week 2,
Yeah.
Bryce Young out of Alabama. We play Jordan Love in Green Bay. Ronbo, Green Bay's going to be good.
They got and Jordan Love's got plenty of seasoning, so he looked pretty. You know what? Jordan Love looked decent to me last year when I saw him a couple of times. Was that last year he came out? He didn't look bad.
Yeah, and Jordan Love's got plenty of weapons too. A seasoned Christian Watson now. Romeo Dobbs, their 4th-round pick. They drafted 2 receivers this year. That kid from Michigan State in the 2nd round, and they drafted those 2 of the 5 top tight ends in the draft. See, Green Bay's gotten younger and gotten smarter, even though Aaron Rodgers ain't there. But, and that whole Green Bay's defense, 2021, they're all back.
See, that's what I was going to ask about. They were pretty good last year, weren't they, defensively?
Yeah, and the year before they were top 5 in 2021.
So, Tony, should you tell him or should I tell Don Burr that maybe the Lions don't have that division locked up?
They don't. It's going to be between them and the Packers, though. And I think Minnesota's going to fall off a little bit. Minnesota usually has a good defense, but they don't have. Their defense was horrible last year.
Poor as cheese.
And that's
Swiss cheese.
Go away. Yeah, but we play the AFC South this year. So we play Trevor Lawrence. We're going to face C.J. Stroud. We're going to face Richardson. See all these young quarterbacks?
See, yeah,
we're going to face them all.
That's amazing how you got them all.
Yeah. We play Don Burr at Detroit week 3.
See, I hope you guys can beat Don Burr. Because he'll be crying and talking trash again. There's nothing funnier than Don Burr. He's gotten cool now, though. Don Burr knows his team is pretty good, so he ain't even saying nothing.
So, Ronbo, I think our defense is going to be a top 10 defense with all the additions we made.
All right.
Grady Jarrett's got some help finally. Grady has some help. I'm talking about more than just 1 or 2 players.
So Tony, can we go ahead and predict right now that you guys are a major player in the NFC South?
I would say yes, even though there was this little video that came out. Joy Taylor dogged us. Stephen A. Smith dogged us. Pete Prisco of CBS Sports dogged us.
Prisco.
I told the Falcons, I might say, so what? Let them. They're just sitting on their butts pushing the microphone. Let them. We know the additions that we have.
Man, nice.
The Falcons spent the most free agent money this year.
That's where you get it done, and as long as you don't give up all your picks, and still keep bringing them youngsters. And you already drafted up enough youngsters. The last 3 seasons, you brought some pretty good talents in there. So whatever agents you brought in, you guys sound like you're ready to compete. New Orleans, I don't know what to think about them.
A prayer.
Yeah.
Their cars, they saved it. Oh, the Falcons are going to be putting quarterbacks on their backside.
And also, it's Panthers. That's the other team in that division, right?
That's the other team. I think the Panthers and us are going to be fighting for that division.
You think Bryce is ready for prime time in the NFL?
It's just because the Panthers got a good defense, Ronbo.
Oh, yeah, that's
they
true.
got a good young Bryce, I think they're going to bring them on slowly. They still got good running backs, with Chuba Hubbard. They lost Deontay Foreman. He went to Chicago. But they still got 2 good backs. The offensive line is solid. The Panthers are going to contend. because there's no way in hell, I don't care what Tampa still has, if they have Master Baker Mayfield as they starting quarterback, no way in hell they're going to win. He's just going to throw picks.
Banger.
He'll get benched. He'll get benched by week 6.
Who's their second string quarterback? Did they draft anybody?
I know they lost Gabbard.
Yeah.
He left. He went to some team in the AFC. Like that quarterback they drafted out of Notre Dame who wasn't ready last year.
Okay.
What's that kid?
But they got somebody.
Actually, they drafted him 2 years ago.
They've been grooming him for the last couple of seasons, though, right? So.
Kyle Trask got Florida. Kyle Trask. That's who it is.
Well, I remember that name.
Yeah.
It seems that didn't Trez like that guy, or is that somebody else? Anyway, yeah.
Pick 2021.
Well, I got respect for the Falcons. Like I said, beat us the last two times we've seen them, so that's not a fluke. So
how about who was that that said y'all gonna go 10-7? What kind of drinks they been drinking?
Grant Cohn said 10-7 for reasons unknown. He's got us losing to. He says the Seahawks are going to win the division. I'd love to ask Grant candidly. Grant, were you serious? I don't think he was serious. I think Grant does that.
All the people that are on the Seattle hype train. Everybody on the Seattle hype train.
I know. You know what? I do believe they're going to be competitive, but I'm not going as far as thinking they're just going to be a juggernaut. Some people have gone too far. You're right. I mean, come on. They're going to be good.
Exactly.
Because Pete Carroll's a good coach.
They had 2 good drafts, but they're not going to win 13, 14 games.
Not now. Not yet. Maybe another couple of years.
No.
But Geno, Tony, do you believe Geno? Okay, last year, I saw some things that kind of surprised me, I must admit. But is he going to sustain that level of play? Or was that just one of those things? You know what? We'll see.
I don't know, Ronbo, because when Geno's at West Virginia, Geno does throw a pretty ball. His junior year, he was a Heisman candidate.
Yeah, he was.
His senior year, he was down. He regressed his senior year, so I don't know.
And the NFL further suppressed him, because the quarterback, a lot of what he does, and a lot of what every quarterback does, it stems from his mental, he's got to have strength mentally to get it done. If the quarterback doesn't believe, then he's going to look like Dak Prescott, which is going through the same thing right now. People don't know, but Dak Prescott is going to continue to fizzle unless he seeks some kind of attention or something like that. You can't have a year where you get completely destroyed and just bounce back in a few months. It's not going to happen.
I'm surprised that Mr. Spotlight won't get him a quarterback's coach. That's what I would do.
Jerry?
Yeah. Mr. Spotlight.
Jerry, I guarantee you, Jerry called Dak over to his mansion, and had a talk with him, brought him over a bunch of the girls. Dak, you and I can have these kind of parties all the time. But I don't have a lot of time left. I need for you to get yourself together and win me a championship. I know you can do it. So let's get to it. All right? What you want to drink? So, Jerry, he thinks he can do everything. He thinks he's the GM. He micromanages the coaching. Jerry Jones doesn't understand. Jerry, you need to get some professionals to do what you always try to do. You got rid of Jimmy Johnson. That, years ago, people told you that was a mistake, and you still don't get it.
Yeah, I know. That was the worst mistake he ever made, man. It messed up. They could have had an even bigger dynasty, but,
God, Johnson was tough.
I always say. I heard one of your callers was talking about if Kyle doesn't, and you and I have been talking about playing Jordan Mason more.
Yeah.
Kyle, mix up your backs, or they'll fire you and put Steve Wilkes in your job, in your place.
Who was that? Was that Tony? That was Tony.
Oh, it was the other Tony, yeah.
Yeah,
Tony.
Yeah, because I tell you what kind of pushback. I said, Tony, you know what kind of pushback Kyle's going to give on that. You going to let me do my job, or do you want to do it? That's set Tony on fire. But even Kyle, even think Kyle would say something like that.
And I don't see the Rams. I don't see the Rams winning 7 games. Somebody in chest. I can't see that round. They have too much talent.
Yeah. You know,
I don't see them winning 5 games.
Yeah, I don't see that either. I really don't. Especially when who was that that ran down their schedule? The first 6 games they have. The Rams might win one of those. You know,
They better be glad they don't have to play us.
You know, because if the Rams aren't going to stop the run, and contrary to what Rudy tried to laugh at me because they were making fun of Nick Bosa in the fourth quarter. Nick Bosa can't play in the fourth quarter, and I quietly put the defensive player of the year post right up beneath his post, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's nothing." But Aaron Donald's got. I mean, we got Aaron Donald. So what is the Nick Bosa compared to? You know, guys. Aaron Donald's not famous for stopping the run. Now, one thing Aaron does do is he will kill that quarterback if you hold on to that ball.
Yep.
But Aaron's not a great run stopper. Nick is. You know, they really think that their team, everybody on it, is the best of the best.
Aaron Donald's going to get triple teamed now unless he does what I say he's going to do and request a trade before they even get started.
Aaron's going to
He doesn't have any help to the left or his right. He doesn't have any credit. And I haven't heard of any free agents going there either.
You know, would you go?
None.
Think about that, Tony. Would you go to L.A. now, knowing that they haven't even paid the people that left now? You know,
and then a lot of their stars requested trades.
Yep,
go there.
Half of them.
Yep.
Even Akers doesn't want to be there anymore, but they won't let him. They got him enslaved. Yep. They won't let him leave.
Yeah, hold him as a hostage. I don't get that. Yep.
That's what. But you know what? Now they're the most feared team.
Nobody's going to get his job back.
Now they're the most. Nobody's should get his job back. He should be healed up. Let him out there and get hit again. You know, Tony. Now they're going to be the most feared team. And when you see the Rams coming now, you do your best. Do not let them beat you. People will be laughing. That's why the only thing I worry about with 49ers, don't go in there and screw this up. Do not do anything weird and allow the Rams to beat you. Because you know damn well they don't have the talent to do that. So, you know.
Yeah. In mid-November, the only NFC West team we play this year is only one. We go to Arizona. November 12th.
That's going to be fun. Enjoy. Has Arizona got any good Who?
I said Kyler Murray probably won't even be playing by then.
I can't wait, just because we've been talking about him today. I want to go check out, see his current health status. And is he going to be ready for the season, or what's going on there? He got hurt kind of late last season, didn't he?
Yeah, yep.
So I don't know how he'd be ready to go now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, we play the Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm just saying, you know, his game is pretty much part of his strength is his ability to escape and run. Now, if you got an ACL tear, what are you going to do now? It takes a year. What is the theory on ACLs? It takes a player a year of recovery and a year to get back to himself. I think like something like that is the way it goes.
Yeah, about a year to recover, and then a half a year
to get back to yourself.
Usually, because once you're back to yourself, the ACL is stronger than it was before. Doctors say.
But mentally, you still got the fear factor is still there, probably.
Yep.
So.
Dang, Ronbo, we played Bryce Young week 1. I'm sorry, week 1. Yeah, Bryce Young week 1. Jordan Love week 2. Jared Goff at Detroit week 3. Then we played Trevor Lawrence we played Jacksonville in London week 4. And then week 5, we played C.J. Stroud, all young quarterbacks.
You guys get to go to London. We're not going abroad this year again. Tony, how many games you got predicted for the Falcons to win this year?
I said 12-5, but then I upped it to 13-4 because like week 6 we played Sam Howell. We played all young quarterbacks. First 6 weeks of the season, and then week 7 we played Master Baker Mayfield.
And you've also beefed up your defensive rush, so you know you could be on to something there. So
And our secondary.
yeah.
Got Jeff Okuda returns back to Detroit week 3
This is going to be interesting to see this year.
with a
There's
big
always
boulder on his shoulder.
there's always 2 or 3 teams that emerge from the dust, that were in the dust to some degree, and just surprise everybody. So Tony, you could be that team. Of course, I wouldn't be real surprised, because you guys, that's a physical team. The only thing was holding him back. Your quarterback he's got the maturity he needs now. This is his second season.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's only started 4 games, but Desmond Ridder got it. Whatever it is, he has it.
Yeah, and you guys
41-14, collegiate starter.
And
he's got weapons around.
I was going to say, and all that weaponry.
Football.
Well, Tony, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can find Beham one more time, and I'm gonna see you Sunday.
Yes, sir. It's going to be an exciting season. Getting
Yeah,
ready
it
for
is.
OTAs. Sorry, and oh yeah, somebody in the chat. We got Jesse Bates, the best free safety in football.
See, that's a lot of talent. And having that money to spend the way you did, that was intelligent. See, the Rams could learn from that. All right, Tony, have a good night. Always fun.
You two, sir. It's going to be fun watching you guys beat up on Inglewood. Y'all play in week 1 too, don't you?
No, week 2.
Week 2?
Mm-hmm.
They get that early whooping. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. I will see you Sunday.
All right. Looking forward to it, Tony. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Tony. And just try Beham one more time. He may have fell asleep in his cab. And Beham. Beham has the privilege of having his son is a Rams fan. Can you imagine? Boy, I'd be knocking on his door in the middle of the night. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, L.A., you awake? I can just hear the kid now. Mama? I just want to talk football. What's wrong with you? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You just came in here to heckle me. Well, that's true. How y'all gonna do this year? Yeah. Fam. Hey, thanks for those contributions tonight, fam. And please subscribe. So we have this kind of fun all the time. I want to be able to find you and let you know. You can come on in and give us a phone call and talk some football. And please hit the like. I'm very sensitive about those likes. I like those likes. See you Sunday.